All right, team. Good morning. Good morning. All right, guys. So the market dropped about 2% yesterday. Part of me, like I'm still in this Google trade, and you can see here we are down $90 in this trade. 50 shares. Average was 93.85. We're at 91s or 92s now. So the question I have is, should I add to this? That's what I'm wondering. Is should I add to this? Uh, we do have the FOMC minutes report today, which will influence stuff as well as PCE uh, Friday, and then GDP data tomorrow. And so, really, the move we got yesterday doesn't matter too much. What matters more so is all the economical data we got coming out over the next few days. Oh, my tooth hurts this morning. Hey, what's up, Beach? Yeah, my tooth's hurt, man. I got my glasses fixed though. It's much better. Yeah. So remember, I talked about 400 on the SPY. I thought we had to pull back to 400, and that's essentially where we're at now. We're a little bit under that. And so I'm curious to see whether we bounce today. We also have the Fed minutes report today at 2 p.m., and that'll be relevant also. Microsoft's another one we're holding. I don't know what we want to do with that one. I'm just going to sit in it. I'm probably not going to add to that one. I talked about it yesterday. I said I was going to add back to 250s, but but yeah, I'm just going to wait. Like I said, we got the Fed minutes report today. Tomorrow we have GDP, and then Friday we got the PCE deflator data. So we'll see. All right, we're going to do our poll like we always do. Yeah, what's up, Ricky? DS Beach John. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll here as well. Let me know what you guys think. Are you buying this dip? What's up, Mimi? What's up, Augusto? Make time, Ricky. All right, let me get some music playing here as well. Yeah, I mean, number one, we're gonna have some people that are all like, "Oh, I told you the market's gonna crash." Again, let's look at the range. I'm starting to have to do this every morning. Um, we actually talked about the $400 level yesterday and the day before this drop, right? What we said was when you look at a daily chart here, and this is a daily chart right here, we said, and we even drew it out just like this. We said that we could expect the pullback to come here. We broke a little bit underneath that, but we're right around the level that we talked about, which was $400 on the SPY. If you paid attention to yesterday's stream, we talked about $400. That's what we said. If you watched the stream, that's what we said. Uh, and again, so I'm going to see if we bounce today. Again, though, we might not bounce. Just like I said yesterday and the day before, we might not bounce. With all of that said and out the way, though, this is a crash. you know. And so we've just got a long way to go before we hit that. Again, maybe we do. Like I said, I've been saying the same thing. Maybe we do, but we're not there yet. And again, we could bounce at 400. I might take the opportunity to add a little bit to Google here. I'm not sure about Microsoft, but I might add a little bit to Google and just sit on that. I'm not going to add too much to where it's like really emotional of a position. I want to be able to add to it where it can pull back to like $80 or $90 without much worry. And so we might add like 25 to 30 shares more to that. And again, we'll let time play out here. James Butler will be on CNBC. I don't know what time though. Does anyone know? Hey, we'll see TF, man. I'm not sure, bro. Yeah, my tooth hurts today, bro. Hey, let me know if you can hear the music. You should be able to. Let me do this. We will share. Let me know if you can hear the music. You should be able to hear it now. Let me know if you can hear it. All right, cool. All right. Like I said, my tooth kind of hurts today, man. They said the pain might come back on day 3 to 6. I think that's what I'm experiencing now. I also got some new glasses, bro. And they're much nicer. Yeah, what's up, McConnell? What's up, man? Tooth hurts, Layla. It hurts. Like I said, I'm not really taking any pain medicine for it. I'm not really trying to. Honestly, the pain medicine they gave me is going to be more trouble than it's really worth anyway, you know? It's like you take the pain medicine, you feel better, you know? But then you feel worse, and like it's just not worth it. I'd rather just not take anything and deal with the pain's really not that bad. Anybody that it's really just not that bad. Like, is it uncomfortable? Sure, but I can still get up at 4:30 and speak for 4 hours on this live stream. All right, looking at the poll here, are you buying this dip? 52% said yes, 48% said no. Again, here's your daily reminder not to sensationalize the markets. We're right around the $400 level that we talked about a pullback to yesterday. And honestly, if we do crash, I'll just buy stuff up, you know? Like, I've got enough money to buy some stuff up during this crash, and that's definitely something I'm going to be doing. The problem with buying stuff up is predicting when it stops. But again, in order to justifiably say we're in a crash, we're going to have to break all the way under this. You know, so we still got a long way to go. You know, just to draw it again. That would be a crash. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. They gave me some instructions that said to, use salt water, spray the tooth. I can feel the stitches in my mouth though. I would show you guys, but I'm sure y'all don't want to see it. Yeah, dollar cost average, and that's kind of what I'm doing already straight. Hey, what's up, put spread? Because I'm kind of just slowly adding to it. Once 8 a.m. hits, I'll add to Google. I'm probably not going to add to Microsoft. But again, like, y'all can see my Google trade. As I said, I'm not super extended in anything that's going to cause me too much pain, even if we do crash. Google, I'm down $90, you know? $90 on this trade of 50 shares of Google here. So it's like, it's not going to be the end of the world. Like, if we crashed and I held this position, I'd be down like $500. which I mean, I'm not going to be happy about. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be happy about it. But like, is it going to destroy my portfolio? No. And so we just got to kind of sit on it. And I think a crash is not super likely. But again, if we do drop big over the next week, it's going to be today. We got the Fed minutes report. I don't think that'll make the market crash. I don't think it's a big enough report to make the market crash. But we got the Fed minutes report this evening. We've got GDP tomorrow, as well as jobless claims. Those are big data. Those are big data that are coming out. Well, those will influence stuff. How much, we don't know. And then Friday, we got the PCE deflator, which is big data as well. We got some earnings. Nothing are really big, though. We got TJ Maxx, Baidu, Wingstop, Fiverr. Fiverr dropped earnings of 26 cents per share versus 20-cent estimate. So Fiverr came in better than expected for EPS. I'm going to put the data up on screen for Fiverr. Fiverr beat EPS estimates, and well, here's Fiverr right here. Is AMC going up or something? I hear a lot of... Okay, AMC up to $6 a share. And AMC apes not leaving is trending. Listen, I hope AMC rides, bro. I'm in AMC with 15 shares, bro. 15 little shares here. I hope it goes up, man. I really do. I just think it's funny. You know. Here's the daily chart. I try to rate on their parade. I'm really not. I think that's my job, though. But, like, AMC has done this over, like, a 6-month period of time. But this... apes never leaving, you know? Apes never leaving because of this right here. Apes never leaving, you know? To the moon, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta poke fun. That's my job here. I gotta poke fun, but... And I'm holding AMC as the ironic part about it. I'm holding AMC here. But, like... you gotta look at the long-term chart here, I think. I hope it goes up, dude. Let's see. It's up to 6. Hey, I'm happy about it. What's up, Martin? What's up, Joe? Yeah, my invisible tooth, my non-existent tooth. Apparently, they put a piece of bone graft in there. I'm wondering when I can start chewing on my mouth normally, though, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to eat right now. I went to my daughter's softball game yesterday, and they had Frito pies and all this stuff. Oh man, like sorry, my tooth is in pain. But Fiverr reported earnings. It's not really down that much. My invisible tooth. Ooh. What's up, Liv? Hey, thank you, Amir. Yeah, I got the mark, bro. I'm commenting just so I can flex my mark right here. Yeah, all good, Shepard. Thank you. No, so they put a bone graft in my mouth. So they pulled the tooth and then they put a bone graft in there. That's what they did. Yeah, me too, Pawn. This is the way you know you woke up too early. If you remember your dream, you woke up too early. You know. All right, guys. AMC pulling back under $6 a share here. Fiverr did drop earnings. They're gapping up a little bit, but there's not really any volume to accompany it, to be honest here. So they're gapping up some, but there's no real volume here. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I don't like options is because there's a time limit to them, Shepard, you know. Yeah, I ended up taking profit on Google, and then, you know, I held 50 shares of it. Like I said, you can see I almost added some to it yesterday. Good thing I did. But you can see I'm down $93 on the last 50 shares. But so this trade will probably be a little bit green, maybe somewhat break even, because I did take profit in it already. We did pretty good yesterday, so we made some money on Top Step. All right, guys. What's up, Douglas? All right, guys. So right now we are down on yesterday. The question is, do we buy this dip or do we continue? We talked about it yesterday and the day before, to be honest. So we've been saying this for a few days that we thought 400 was a natural pullback level. If you look at the SPY here, this is what we talked about. We thought that this pullback, again, if we go by this trend, right? If we go by this trend that we got in the market right now, That's essentially what we're in right now, and we're still within that trend. We talked about $400 yesterday, and we pulled back a little bit underneath it. We're right around $399 now. So the question is, do we bounce back up here? No, Amir, you can't. But here is the SPY trend right now. And again, we'll see if we hold through that trend. We have Wingstop earnings today. We've got Fiverr earnings that are already out today. Wingstop, I don't really trade this one. I don't really know this one. I don't really like retail restaurant stocks. But Wingstop, down to 165. They're supposed to release their earnings today at 8 a.m. So in about an hour and a half for Wingstop. So they still got some time. Today is the Fed minutes report. We also have Nvidia earnings today as well. So Nvidia drops their earnings too. All of these things are going to influence the market over the next 3 or 4 days. We've got Nvidia earnings. We've got the Fed minutes report today. We've got Nvidia earnings afterwards. We've got Fed minutes, Nvidia earnings. Tomorrow we've got GDP. Friday we've got PCE data. We also have jobless claims Thursday as well. So tomorrow we also have jobless claims. So a lot of different things coming out over the next couple of days that will influence markets. Now, if we're going to get some big red action, you see Carr in chat saying, basically we're going to crash like he's been saying every day. Maybe you're right, bro. But at this point, we're not necessarily there yet. If we do crash, all right, so if we do crash, it's going to be, if we do crash and drop big, it's going to be in the next few days because, the only way I could see us crashing is if we have a string of bad data. Like the Fed minutes report is interpreted as bearish. Nvidia has bad earnings. GDP data comes out worse than expected, whether that means higher than expected because we're fearing inflation, or lower than expected, so we're fearing a recession. Either one of those, if the market reacts negatively to GDP data and then PCE data comes in higher than expected on Friday, that could trigger a pretty big drop if all of that stuff comes out bad. Now, I don't know how likely that is. Again, I thought we would pull back to roughly where we are now, but like I said, maybe we'll keep dropping. I don't know. As I've been saying this whole time, I have no idea what we're gonna do. We're definitely not in crash territory yet. Again, I'll draw this again. Where we're at right now is we have dropped like this. In order to crash, we'd have to drop like this. And so we're not there yet. Maybe, again, if it does happen, it's going to happen over the next few days. Ugh. Yeah, the whole reason they said they put it in was so that I could chew normal after this was done. Yeah, so if we look at Nvidia expectations here, we can look at Nvidia expectations. So Nvidia is expected to show up at 81-cent profit per share. If we look at their EPS graph, let's look at what this would look like with Nvidia if they came in much worse than expected here. So here is Nvidia right now. Last time they only posted 27-cent profit. And so if Nvidia comes in at the expected number, which is 80-cent profit, they're going to pop up here to around here. So the graph will actually look pretty good for Nvidia. If we look at Nvidia stock, it's actually down over the last few days with us, but it's rebounded back up here. So Nvidia has had a very volatile run. Now, again, we can look at the trailing 12 months prior to this to see Nvidia's PE ratio if we calculate it here. So we take 206, we divide it by 235. And we get a PE ratio of about 87. So the PE ratio is high for Nvidia here. It's high relative to the last few months. So by PE ratio standards, Nvidia is overpriced. It's almost 90. Like a preferred PE ratio for Nvidia is going to be like 20, 15, really, but 15 to 30 is preferred. And so for the PE ratio right now to be roughly 90, it's very high. And it probably has to do with the last 2 quarters here coming in only at 26-cent profit per share. Now, we come in at 80, this is going to lower a lot. But yeah, right now the PE ratio is a little high for Nvidia, in my opinion. And so it's one of those reasons I haven't really been buying this up. Yeah, I mean, I think there's an argument for both directions here for trends here. Again, I can draw the trend. We thought we might pull back to 400, but again, we could reasonably draw this trend here. You know. Now, if you zoom out a little bit, there's the broader yearly trend, which is about like this. You know, the bottom one's a little messed up. So, you know, the yearly trend's right about like that. But again, I mean, we could keep zooming out to justify the trend as well. I could go like this now also and look at it, you know. We could look at this trend too and zoom out here and say, okay, well, the trend is really this. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think it depends on how much we're zooming out. You zoom out long term, we're up. You know, the S&P 500 goes up long term. You zoom out on the last year, then we're in a downward trend over the last year and a half, maybe. If you zoom in a little bit again and you look at this trend here, we're going to be in an uptrend since October. We've been moving up basically since October, and there's that trend right now. We're basically, that's a bad line here. I could draw it out probably normally. It's going to look better here. Hold on. And so again, it's arguable, you know. Again, we can draw this out. Let's see, since October, essentially, we have been, let me fix this. Since October, we're in that trend right there. You know, but again, it doesn't mean anything. Even if we follow this trend, the pullback level could be 395s or so. We thought 400 yesterday. We're right around that now. And again, we'll see if we hold. But my point is, it's arguable where we're at. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the E-mini and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, guys, and look, I get it. Bears are here. I understand. Bears are trying to tell me they told me so. And again, I'll preface it with like, maybe y'all are right. What I will say is like, this little drop is not a crazy drop here. You know what I mean? Like, look, just to show this again, people sensationalize the markets, but like, look, that is essentially the trend we're in right now. And let me draw it a little bit clearer. This is not a crazy drop relative to the longer term trend. You know, if the trend continues, it'll look like that. You know what I mean? And so again, in order to actually crash, guys, like this is what we just took. We just did that, which is red. I mean, we dropped 2%. And so it's not great, but it's not the end of the world crash scenario. Again, a stock market crash would be, you know, and so maybe y'all are right. Like I said, maybe y'all are right, but it's not there yet. You know, it's not time to say I told you so yet. You know, like I said, because you're essentially saying I told you so on a day of that. So maybe, but again, I don't know. Yeah, get y'all's honey bears. Like I said, people act like I'm against bears. I'm really not. Like I like you guys, you know, as long as y'all are respectful with we can always agree to disagree, and somebody's going to be right each time, and it's all love here. It really is. Again, as long as y'all are respectful about it, it's all good here, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about adding to it. I talked about it this morning. I'm not going to add to Microsoft. Microsoft, I'm a little bit weary about. And we're in Microsoft. But what I will probably add to is Google here. Now, again, the position's not huge. We're down $95 on the trade. Not the end of the world. And we'll give it some time. But if I do add to one, it's going to be Microsoft. Or it's going to be Google, not Microsoft. That's what I'll probably add to. Yeah, what's up, Rambo? Yeah, where's Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin's still over 24K, bro. My tooth hurts today, man. Oh, my tooth hurts. Honestly, these glasses are nice, though, bro. She gave me some glasses. Hey, what's up, Jamie? Nice weather, bro. Honestly, we had beautiful weather yesterday, man. It was sunny, but it was cool. It felt good, man. One's Class A, one's not. I always get it mixed up. Google is Class A voting rights share. So Google, so GOOGL gives you voting rights, which I don't really need. GOOG, just regular. But yeah, Google, like I said, we'll probably add to this one a little bit. Or so yeah, GOOGL, I'm sorry, is Class C, which gives you voting rights. So this one gives you voting rights right here. So the GOOGL is Class C, gives you voting rights. You can see CLA. Or maybe, I'm sorry, I got it backwards again. So I was right the first time. Okay, so yeah, Class A shares like this give you voting rights. So I was right. So the higher the letter, the more rights they give you, right? So Class A gives you more rights than Class C. Class C is kind of base shares. Most stocks are Class C shares. But yeah, so GOOGL is Class A. I'm not holding Class A shares. I am holding Class C shares with no voting rights, basically. The pain hasn't really been that bad, man. You know, and again, I'm not taking any pain medicine. I'm only taking like ibuprofen occasionally. And they wrote me a script for like pain medicine, but again, I haven't even picked it up. I don't want it. It's just not worth it, you know. Like I said, I've had some friends that struggled with it, and like it's just not worth it, man. You know, like you'll feel good and then you'll feel bad for like a week, and it's just not worth it, you know. But it hurts, to be honest. It didn't really hurt. The ironic part, or not ironic, I guess, but the funny part is that it didn't really hurt for the first 3 or 4 days. Like after the surgery, I didn't feel anything during the surgery. After the surgery, it hurt a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. It only recently started to hurt like last night and this morning. And I'm taking antibiotics for it, so, you know. Hey, what's up, Rich? Yeah, what's going on with AMC here? Again, I was kind of poking fun at the apes. No offense. I like the ape community, and I'm holding AMC, okay? But I got to make fun of them a little bit, you know? It's like, here, look. The AMC community is funny because it's like, hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. And then it's like, to the moon. Yeah. So again, just to show you, hold the line. Hold the line. It's dropping down. And then to the moon. Apes never leaving, they say. You know, hey, listen, I hope it goes up. I'm for it, man. I hope AMC rips up. You know. We'll see. Like I said, I get it. Like I said, I'm for it, man. I'm for it. Tooth is struggling today, man. All right, remember, guys. So again, we're gonna give you the lineup of stuff today. Okay, we got a lineup of stuff today, guys. We've got the Fed minutes report today. We've got Nvidia earnings this evening. We've got GDP tomorrow. We've got PCE data Friday. We also have some other earnings. Let me see. We got Alibaba, Domino's earnings, Bed Bath & Body Works earnings, SQ, Intuit. We're not going to cover tomorrow's earnings in the evening. There's just nothing big enough, but I think earnings season might be done. I think we covered all the big ones. If I missed anything, what other big earnings are coming out later on, guys? Let me know. I don't see anything big. I know we got like some other stuff next week. Ooh, we got AMC next week. Okay. Rivian next week. Okay. We'll cover those two. Today we got Nvidia, Lucid, I believe, right? Okay, so I guess earnings aren't done. We've got some other big ones coming out. When's GameStop earnings? I'm looking for big stuff, but we don't really have anything big, man. I'm looking at GameStop earnings. The only one that we're really going to be covering over the next few weeks is AMC, it looks like. DocuSign, not worth it. When's GameStop? GameStop is in March. Okay. What's some other earnings I haven't covered here? Y'all might know. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. You know what I need to do with my kids, bro? I need to play fully through Mario. Yeah, maybe you're right, Stefan. I'll probably go. I'll go take some ibuprofen right now. What I'm saying is like, what I'm talking about when I say pain medicine is not Advil. You know, like I said, I've had some friends that struggled with, you know, actual, you know, medicine, and again, so for me, I'm just gonna avoid it. You know, one of my best friends passed away from it when he was like, when I was like 19 or 20, and he was like 19 or 20. Super sad, you know. So one of the things I did was, once I got older, man, I just avoid that stuff. Even if you take it innocently, it can just get you in trouble, I think. But I might go take some ibuprofen. Which Mario? I don't know. I like Super Mario Bros. I like Mario. I like my son and I have played through. Okay, so my son and I have played through Super Mario Odyssey. That was my son's favorite Mario game, was Odyssey, for the Switch. He loved that freaking game. Him and I played it and beat the whole game. I beat the boss, and we played the whole game fully through. It was fun. But we also played Super Mario Sports. We played. He had Super Mario Maker. He plays all the Mario Kart games. He played some of the other ones too, but he never got into the other ones as much as he got into Odyssey. You know. But I should play him through the old ones, is what I meant, like the old ones. Super Mario 64 might be fun to play. I grew up on like Zelda and Mario 64 and Mario Kart and Perfect Dark and like all that stuff. You know, those are my games growing up, you know. A little bit of Sega too. I played Mortal Kombat and like I had a Sega CD, you know. I had a Sega CD. I had a Virtual Boy. I used to, like I said, I used to buy video games out the newspapers. And the classified ads, you know, my dad would never let me get a new game console ever, you know. And so when I bought one, I'd have to buy a used one out the classified ads, which, to be honest, I was grateful for. And then when I was done with one of them, I would sell it in the classified ads, and then buy another one with the money I got from it, you know. So that's kind of what I swapped a lot of game consoles in and out by the time I was like 10, you know. I had played a bunch of different ones. I had a PlayStation. My favorite one was the N64 though, with Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and all the other good games for N64. GoldenEye, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah, I don't want to be too specific about my friend. Just because just saying some of that stuff will, you know, I don't know. But yeah, market started to bounce back a little bit, almost break even on the day for the SPY here. Again, once that bell rings, we will trade. We will add a little bit to Google on our profile. But yeah, I might want to go take some ibuprofen, to be honest. Yeah, I've gamed on PC before. So the Fed minutes report is a PDF file that goes live right at 2 p.m. today. It details why they made the decision that they made during the last Fed meeting, as well as potential insight into what they might do in the future. That's essentially what the Fed minutes report is. It drops at 2 p.m. The big thing, like, we're not going to be able to read the whole report. We'll give you guys cliff notes to what the Fed minutes actually says. But what we will talk about is how the market reacts. We'll watch the market reaction. We'll cover the report. We'll show you guys how to find it. We're going to stream the whole thing live again right at 2 p.m. on the dot today is when it comes out. And then we're also going to pivot to Nvidia earnings after that. So we'll stream Nvidia earnings immediately afterwards as well. So we got a lot of stuff to cover here. And yeah, it'll be fun. Oh yeah, dude, it is on Xbox, bro. I think my whole family could play that. Oh, dude, I got to play it. You saw they released the MLB The Show tech test for MLB 2023. I hated it, bro. I hated the new one. They made it harder to hit, bro. They made it harder to hit. One of the biggest complaints on MLB The Show is that the hitting is not consistent, man. You'll line it up perfectly and it won't go anywhere, and then you'll miss it completely and it'll fly over the fence. It just doesn't make any freaking sense, you know. And so you would think that San Diego Studios would fix that and make it a little bit more consistent with regards to hitting. But instead, bro, the new tech test was terrible. They made it worse. They made hitting harder, you know, from my experience when I played it. Yeah, so again, the Fed minutes report will be really interesting. Again, that's today. We will stream it live. That is today. So we will stream that thing live completely here. And the SPY's right at 399, kind of break even here. AMC's up to 605. We're watching some other stuff. Again, we will add to Google and some other stuff too. Yeah, I'm playing poker on this site, man. Honestly, I'm fairly new to using this specific site, but like I'm pretty sure there's some weirdness going on here. You can't actually, it's anonymous players, right? So you can't see the players, and there's been a ton of weird calls. A guy called me all in with a guy called me all in for his entire stack when he had like 30 big blinds with king 3 offsuit. And when I had like tens and he hit a king, it was just, there's some weirdness here. I'm not going to be specific about which one it is, but it's strange. All right, so there's 6 o'clock on the dot here. Again, we might start adding a little bit to our Google trade right now. Let's go ahead and get in some more. All right, so we got 75 shares in Google. We'll go ahead and take 100 shares here, fix our average. Our new average price on Google is not that far away. It's 92.97. Are the FOMC minutes old news and usually a buying opportunity? Sometimes. It depends on what happens, man. We don't know how the market's going to respond to it, is what it is. Like, we don't know how the market's going to respond to it. Mostly what it is algorithms pick it up and trade with it, you know. Yeah, I usually make money playing. And maybe, like I said, it is possible that they're just really loose or whatever it was. But I don't really play on this side a ton. Like, I usually try to play on sites where my shark scope, I can follow my graph on shark scope and pay attention to it. And on this specific site, you can't, you know, so it's kind of iffy. All right, guys, so Google bounced it up a little bit. Again, the SPY right at 299, 399. Kind of a slower day. We don't really have much going on today. Yeah, I don't play cash games. That's not what I play. I never liked cash games. I'm more of a... When I play, I'm more of a tournament person. Sit and go. All right, but yeah, Fvrr dropped earnings today. They posted 26-cent profit, beat 20-cent estimates, sales of 83.13. Missed the estimates there as well, but they're gapping up a little bit from it. We are bouncing up a little bit from, again, we're down about $90 in Google, not the end of the world. SPY pulling back to 399s here. Are you guys buying the dip? And if you are buying the dip, looking at our poll here, we got about 270 votes. 56% of people said no, they're not buying the dip. 44% of people said yes, they are buying the dip. So, again, we'll see. Drink a little bit of water here. Again, Nvidia does drop their earnings today, so I'm not going to buy Nvidia right now, but we'll see what they do later on today. I got the first Mario game in 1989. Yeah, I remember playing it with my cousins, the old school Mario. All right, so SPY technically green on the day, bounced all the way back over the previous closing price. So I'm watching that. All right, guys. So again, we got a little bounce on the SPY here. We're up to 399.20s here. So a little bounce. We did get a little bounce in the SPY. Google bounced up a little bit as well. SPY up to 200 EMA. You can see the 200 EMA right there, right around where we're at now. Yeah, man, I can remember I got a PlayStation first, and then after the PlayStation, I got an N64. Before that, though, I had Sega. I remember playing Sega a ton. Like I said, I'm a big video game player, you know. Like, I grew up right in the heyday of, like, online. Like, I got Xbox Live when it first came out, you know, so I played Halo a lot. You know, Halo was kind of my game. All right, SPY popping all the way back up to 399s here. Again, we'll see if it drags everything else up, but the market's popping up a little bit. Let me see if we have some news. So the Fed's Bullard says that the U.S. economy is stronger than what we previously thought, according to a CNBC interview. So Bullard did speak today. Here is the quote right here for that. All right, guys. So yeah, SPY up to 399.50s here. 399.50s. SPY pumping up to 399.60, so a huge bounce right now in markets, guys. A huge bounce. $399.70s for the SPY. We are pumping up right now too. Honestly, Google's nicely green on the day. I'll take it. But look at the market rip here. Again, we added some to Google. It looks like it was the right move. We're starting to creep up towards those levels now. All right, finally getting a pullback here. Should I buy this dip? I guess is the question. Google bouncing back up a little bit. Again, SPY pulling back some. Microsoft previous closing prices right around where we are now. yeah, the Microsoft previous closing price is right around where we are now. All right, we're at 399.60s here for the SPY. So we did bounce a little bit, but man, the market's pumping up right now. Green on the day. Up to 399.62s here, guys. 399.62s. All right, 399.70s here on the SPY, guys. 399.70s. Fed raised 50 basis points next month. Yeah, I think so. What's up, UV? Hey, what's up, man? I am doing good, brother. Right now, playing is I Need You by VEE. All right, so we're at 399.50. SPY ripped up here. Google bounced back a little bit, so it looks like my ad there was the right move. And so again, we'll see what we get, but watching the market rip up. Again, we had a pretty big red day. I thought $400 was a reasonable level here. Google still back to green on the day. Again, SPY up there. Microsoft is roughly right at the previous closing price. So Microsoft is break even. Google is slightly green. SPY is somewhat green. It's over the 200 EMA. Again, I'm assuming the market is up right now because of Bullard's words regarding the market today. He said the U.S. economy is stronger than we previously thought. So maybe that's what we got going on. Today, we had some mortgage data drop earlier as well. So again, we'll see if the market continues. A lot of red yesterday, and generally when we get a lot of red action, I think that like the momentum's on the upside. And so we've had a lot of red action over the last couple of days. And so generally I would think the momentum is going to be on the upside today. But again, you never know for sure. If we, again, a lot of people have been screaming a crash over the last couple of weeks. If we do crash, again, it's going to be over the next few days. Again, today we have Fed minutes. We've got Nvidia earnings this evening. Tomorrow we've got GDP data and jobless claims. Friday we've got PCE data. All of this is very relevant for inflation, right? So how to gauge how bad inflation currently is, all of this data is wildly important. And so again, all of that stuff comes out over the next couple of days. Again, we'll see if we get anything reasonable, but a lot of really important data coming out over the next 3 days here. Fed minutes today, Nvidia earnings this evening. Aside from that, we've got GDP tomorrow. Friday, we've got PCE data, all very relevant data. PCE is actually what the Fed uses to gauge inflation. So PCE is actually what the Fed uses to gauge inflation. So PCE data will be very relevant to what goes on. It's what Jerome Powell and the Fed uses to gauge how bad inflation currently is in the market and the economy. And so very important data tomorrow, or Friday. And again, today's data is pretty important as well, to be honest. So again, we'll see. But hey, thank you, Lo-Fi. What's up, man? All right, guys. Market's back up to 399.50s here. $399.50s for the SPY. Again, over the 200 EMA. Today we do have Wingstop earnings coming out a little bit later. Wingstop. We already had Fvrr, which posted mixed results, I believe. PAW. Yeah, AMC is up today. Yeah, that's what again, if you guys remember me talking yesterday, and again, if y'all have actually been paying attention, y'all know I said this yesterday and the day before, and I think the day before that. I think I might have said this last week, which is that I think a pullback to 400 was reasonable. Again, if we look at the actual range of the SPY, this is the trend we are currently in. And so to be honest, we could pull back to 395s even and still be within the bull trend since October. Since we hit lows in October, this is the current trend I think we're in right now. And again, it doesn't mean we're going to follow this trend, but we could essentially pull back to 396s. That works. So that'll be interesting. I don't know how much AMC will pump at all. Wingstop drops their numbers at 8 a.m. on the dot. So we got like 43 minutes. I don't know what AMC is going to do in my opinion anyway. No idea. Hopefully it goes up, but I really have no idea, to be honest. I'm in AMC right now. I hope it goes up. Again, we added a little bit more to our Google trade. Again, here's our Google trade right now. You can see we're up a little bit this morning on it. Down $77 total. And so, as I said, even if we do crash, I'm not super extended in any way that would make us, or that would make me really have too much pain from any of this. We added a little bit to Google. Our average price is 92.90s right now. So not a bad little average here. We added 50 shares too. We got 100 shares now. And again, we'll see what that one does. Hopefully it does something good, but we got some time. Again, if we do have some big volatility, it's going to be over the next couple of days. Again, Fed minutes today, Nvidia earnings this evening, GDP data, jobless claims data tomorrow, Friday PCE data all comes out. So a lot of very relevant and important data that comes out. That will influence markets a lot. Hey, what's up, Quentin? My guy, thank you, man. He said, thanks for all the free info. I barely have enough extra to invest, and paying for this info is not in the budget. Hey, my guy, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man, like I said, that's why we try to do this, man. We just try to put everything out there for free. We don't sell a course or service or claim to be experts. We just kind of give people free data. We have no idea what the market's going to do. Nobody really does here. And so we can only kind of speculate and just kind of hang out, Nice. All right. Google up there though. Google's at 92.20s. I got me some new glasses. All right, so again, here's the SPY. SPY up to 399.60s again. And yeah, watching a lot of data comes out today. Again, Apple down to 148.50s here. I want to see what Apple does. SPY up to 399.75 right now. Hey, look at that. That looks good. $399.70s. Almost 399.80. So big bounce backs in the market right now, man. Again, Google's not really moving much, but the SPY is bouncing back some. Exxon to pay $28 million to 5 employees injured in 2019. How's Exxon? Almost up to 400 again. Yeah, so for all those that are here over the last couple days, if you go back and clip, I'll find somebody. If you go back and clip where I said I think we could pull back to 400, which was yesterday and the day before, I can pay you guys a little bit, I guess. Because again, I said that a few times. It might be hard to find. The streams are 4 hours long. SPY's ripping back up though. Yeah, have we hit a bottom yet? It's a real question. I don't know. I don't know. SPY bouncing back up to basically $400. Apple back up to almost 149s. Google up to 92.20s today. Our average on Google is 92.90s. So we still got some time to hit it, but again, not too bad. House sales reach a low not seen since 2010. Where'd you see that data, FT? I know we had existing home sales come out yesterday at 4 point. What they came in at 4 million versus 4.1 million expected. So somewhere around there, right? It wasn't super crazy. JP Morgan. Yeah, what's up, Justin? All right, man. Over $400 on the SPY, guys. Over $400 on the SPY. All right, SPY pumping back up here, man. Hopefully this drags everything else up. Yeah, Exxon down a little bit on that news, Daniel. Microsoft back up a little bit. Google back up some too. Again, hopefully we bounce back some. SPY up to over 400 again. Again, we talked about that $400 level a couple times. Again, I told Pawn if he can go find that clip, I'll send him $75. Again, I said it a couple times. The way to do it is to put the stream in fast in like 2 or 3x speed and just kind of listen. Yeah, so again, we got big volatility coming over the next couple of days. We really do. We got FOMC minutes today. We got Nvidia earnings this evening. We've got GDP data tomorrow. We've got jobless claims data tomorrow. Friday, we've got PCE inflation data. So all of this stuff is very relevant data that is incredibly important to market action and inflation. So in super important couple days here. Super important couple days. And again, we'll see what it looks like, but very important days. SPY over 400. Again, we'll see if it actually holds. Ford. Yeah, we're holding a little bit of Ford too, but we're not down that much in Ford. I think we're down like $30. I said Friday we were going to 400. Okay, thank you, Richard. Yeah, so that was like a week ago. Again, if somebody can find that clip, I'll send you $75. YouTube actually gives you a way to clip that stuff too, so you can actually clip it if you go to Friday's stream and find it. Bullard basically saying that the U.S. economy is stronger than we previously thought, according in a CNBC interview. It's at 2 p.m. today, Brian. We'll start streaming a little bit earlier, but the PDF file drops at 2 p.m. on the dot today. And then after that, we got Nvidia earnings. I'm trying to see how much runtime that's going to be. Yeah, we're going to be busy today. We're going to be streaming all afternoon, basically. All right, guys, market over 400. Microsoft back up to 253s. Like I said, the question is, do I add to my Ford position here? It's a very small trade. Let me fix this. I guess I could. We're in 50 shares. Our average price is 1270, so our average price is down there. We'll fix this a little bit. We'll take 125. There we go. And now our average is right around there. So a little bit better, a little bit more reasonable. SPY pumping up to 400.2s right now. So SPY is moving up today, bouncing back fast from all this. What are the expectations for the Fed minutes report? We don't really have any. I think Jerome Powell referenced it a couple times, and so I think a lot of people are going to be paying attention to what it says. The Fed minutes report is just a PDF file that goes live at 2 p.m. on the dot, a couple weeks after the FOMC meeting, right? So the last FOMC meeting was on the 1st, and so this is about 3 weeks later. And in that regard, a lot of traders are going to be watching it and paying attention to it. What happens during this is like a lot of traders watch it and weigh it to have some type of insight into what they might do to the next Fed meeting. And the next Fed meeting will be sometime over the next month, and about a month from now is when the next Fed meeting will be. But traders are going to look at that to determine, you know, what rate the Fed might raise next meeting and some other stuff. So they're going to give some, it'll have a description of why the Fed chose to make the decision that they initially did. And so the Fed raised 25 basis points during the last Fed meeting, and this will be essentially an explanation of that, is what the Fed minutes report will be. So we'll watch it. Yeah, there's just so much polarity in chat. People act like I'm a permabull. I'm really not, but it's like you got some people who are just saying we're going to crash every day, and then they just kind of keep saying it. And again, I don't know if that's the right mentality, you know, especially like if you're holding short positions, telling everybody we're going to crash, you know, I don't know if that's the right mentality. And maybe we do. Like I said, I've been saying the same thing. Maybe we do. But it's not a for sure thing, and it's something that we just got to wait and see. Man, these glasses help. I got some new glasses. I ordered them. She bumped down the strength because like I'm nearsighted, but what she said was that I had astigmatism and that I was nearsighted. But she said that basically my previous prescription was a little bit too strong, and so it gave me a headache. Where this one's perfect, good for my computer, good for, you know, I went to my daughter's softball game. I don't think they necessarily came out screaming doom and gloom, but what they said was that 2% was going to be hard to hit, and we already knew that. They said that 2.75 was a little bit more reasonable. They said if we wanted to get down to 2%, we need to go into a deep recession, and I know that's the Fed's goal, but again, at a certain point, some of those goals are unreasonable expectations, and I think that, you know, it depends on how you look at it. But Bullard came out saying some positive things. Like I said, U.S. economy is stronger than we previously thought. You know, there's a few other comments from him, so I wouldn't say they're super bearish, but, you know, again, time will tell. We don't know. He's probably talking about natural gas, Abu. So he's probably talking about natural gas, talking about catching the, like, buying the dip, basically, in natural gas. Yeah, for sure, 100%. And that's kind of how I am, though. Like I said, I'm not saying we're not going to crash. Right. I just don't think coming in here saying we're going to crash every day is like a reasonable thing. Again, a lot of the people have been saying it every week, every day for the last like month straight. And so it's like, even if we do crash, their timing's still a little off, you know, and maybe we do. Again, I think, as I said, if we do crash, it's going to be in the next couple of days, I think, anytime soon, because the next couple of days we got big economical data. We've got Fed minutes, Nvidia earnings, jobless claims, GDP data, PCE data, all over the next 2 days. Next 2 days, all of that stuff's coming out. Very important, very relevant data. Well, it's both. I'm a little bit of both. So I'm nearsighted, but I also have astigmatism as well, Williams. So I can't see far away, but then I also have some like really up close. I have astigmatism, which was messing with my eyes and giving me headaches. But the market is popping up here. Hey, we're at 400.3. Hey, we'll see, Carr. Like I said, it's all good, man. Yeah, they won. They won. Honestly, my daughter, they scored 3 runs. My daughter was one of them, you know. So they won. Honestly, my daughter's team's good, man. They're good. Like, they've got this little bitty girl as a pitcher, but she can pitch, man. She can, you know, she's good. She's got to be like 4 feet tall, but like she hums that ball in there, man. It's good. They're good. And my daughter's second base. So My daughter's getting better too. She's got to work on her batting a little bit, but she got on base. She stole second. She stole third, and then she stole home. So, but I mean, it's middle school softball, and so the catcher's dropping balls like crazy, and you know that's kind of how it went. Okay, here, hold on. Pawn is sending me this message. Let me see. I might make a short out of this. Let me watch it. So he said it was Friday. Pawn. So he said it was Friday. Richard said it was Friday. How old are you? You look 30. Hey, thank you, man. I'm just about. I'm a little bit over 30, but hey, you know, just about 30. All right, hold on. Let me read this. Let me watch this. What day was this? Okay, this is yesterday. All right, guys. Market's pumping up almost a 400.5. All right, there we go. Microsoft at 253s here, man. Look at the market pump up. And again, we did add to Google. We're almost break even there now. We're almost break even. Apple reeling back up here. We talked about $400. We're getting a bounce there too. The Fed minutes report is today at 2 p.m. We're going to stream a little bit earlier. All right, 400.5s here, man. Wow. Market is flying back up. So we've basically retraced some of the down action we had yesterday. Still not all of it, but we retraced some of it. Still got a long way to go to retrace the full gains, but Microsoft's back up there as well, but almost back up to 254s. So yeah, Microsoft, our average is right around 257. I could add a little bit more to it. I don't think I'm going to, but I could add a little bit more to it. But we're not outside the realm of like rebound for Microsoft either. We added a little bit to our forward position today. We've now got about 150 shares. But again, you can kind of see we are down about $30 on the trade. So, could be worse. Let's see if the market can hold over 400.5s. Hey, later, Lo-Fi. Have a good day, man. Hey, John, what's your glasses brand of choice? I don't really have a brand of choice. My last glasses were Sperry's, and these are Lacoste glasses. I don't know why I bought Lacoste glasses. I definitely don't need them. Whoa, man, my vision looks different now. Whoa. Maybe I'm saying this wrong. Let me see.
Lacoste.
Okay, I'm saying them right. But yeah, I don't know why I bought Lacoste glasses. Nobody can even see the branding in them. It's not like they got the little alligator on the side or anything like that, you know? So I don't know why I spent $300 on Lacoste glasses. But honestly, I got them from a place called Overnight Glasses, bro. I put the prescription in. I got my glasses within, like, I ordered them Saturday. I got them Tuesday. But they overnight them to your house, which is great. My biggest problem with getting glasses is that I gotta wait like a week or two to get them. This place sent them to me essentially overnight. All right, market back up to 400.5s here. 400.5 is a psychological level that might be relevant. We'll see what happens. There's 400.6s here, man. Almost back up to 401. All right, guys. All right, so we're gonna make this poll a daily poll. All right, guys, so we're posting our tweet. Vote on our, we got a Twitter poll that you can vote on right now. Market went up to about 400.6. Again, the 400.5 psychological level is good. Microsoft back up to 254s here. We did add to our Google trade, and we're up nicely in that Google trade today. Still got some time, though. What is farm trading? I don't know what that is. Yeah, we're going to stream the FOMC minutes report for sure, without question. Yeah, again, if you want to vote on the poll, we posted this poll. We have said it multiple times over the last week. A pullback to 400 is likely and within the current trend and reasonable. We'll post a short video from Friday's stream to prove this soon. Still, do you think we bounce here? 50-50 split down the middle at that point in time. So half thinking yes, half thinking no. And again, vote on our Twitter poll. @BeginnerTrades is our Twitter handle. @BeginnerTrades. Let us know what you guys think. We had a pretty good day trading futures yesterday as well here. Maybe we'll try to trade some of the FOMC minutes report, capitalize on some of that volatility if we get it. Those have been fun lately. John, did you want the timestamp? I want you to just clip it, Morning Dew, if you got it, brother. So clip it. There's a way to you could either one of them. Either one of them works. You should be able to share the time and the clip on YouTube. You should be able to go to the YouTube stream and click. Let me see if it'll what it says to do it. Hold on. You should be able to go to the stream and click. Let me find it. Hold on, guys. Let me figure out what it says to do it. Hold on. You should be able to go to the clip. You see the clip button with the scissors on it? You should be able to clip that and send it to me. beginnertrading@gmail.com. Morning Dew. You can also just send it to me on Discord if you got it, bro. So you found it already? Hey, my guy. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's just good to have those clips of me saying it because people will try to say I told you so. They'll try to act like I was wrong or whatever it is, right? And so good thing about having a stream like this is because everything I say is recorded. And so we can kind of go back and just look at me saying it. Intel cut divvy this morning? Did it really? How's Intel doing? I haven't traded that in a while. I lost a little bit of swing trading this one last year, and I basically haven't swung it since. But yeah, like I said, we talked about 400 multiple different times, to be honest here. Again, 400 was a reasonable pullback level. And again, the reason we talked about 400 is this right here. If you look at a daily trend, like this is the trend we're currently in right now. And so a pullback was reasonable to assume. Yeah, but it needs to be in the YouTube. I'm not going to download anything from you. So if it's like a downloadable thing, I'm not doing it. You know. John, what is a maintenance call and a regulation call on TDA? I would reach out to them, you know. I think a margin maintenance, but I would reach out to them. Marginable equity drops below your account's maintenance requirements for holding security on margin. So basically, you don't have enough money to hold margin positions right now, is what that means. But yeah, if you look at why we said 400, again, here's the trend we drew. Like that's the trend. That's why we thought 400 was reasonable. And again, we're right around the 200 EMA short term as well here. So. Overstock, yeah. We also had Wing drops their earnings in 10 minutes. What is Overstock? OSTK is what it is. So I think Overstock had their earnings. Let me see what they showed up as. Overstock did post their numbers earlier this morning. They posted a loss per share of 34 cents, revenue of 404.9 million. Nvidia, James, this evening. All right, guys. So yeah, Overstock not really reacting that well, but it posted a big loss. Adjusted loss per share was about 4 cents a share. So a little bit down. I added a little bit to my Google trade, but again, if you want to look at it, we can show you the Google trade. Again, we added some to Google here. We're up about $30 right now. We're still down on the rest of this, but if you guys remember, we made money on the trade already, so we actually scaled out of this some already. So we bought it, rode the bounce up to like 94s or wherever we took profit, and then took some profit off, and then held 50 shares, and then it dipped larger, and then we just added back to it. And so I think we're probably net green in Google, but we're down on the remaining position, which was 50 shares. We added it up to 100, but again, you can see we're up a little bit on that today. So we'll see how that goes. Depends on what the market does. Market's been bouncing back pretty quickly today. $400 seems like a very reasonable level to watch, though. You're getting green in Google, green on Microsoft today too. And again, we will see. Might be time to buy a little dip. I might trade some futures today and buy like a little pullback in futures. Let me pull that up. What? All right. Yeah, so we might want to. I'm gonna try to buy this little pullback real quick here with a micro E-mini. Maybe 2 contracts here. Yeah, so we're in 2 contracts with the micro right now. I'm buying the pullback to 400 on the SPY. And again, we will see what this brings us here. But we bought a little bit of this. Again, I'm anticipating maybe a bounce here. And my average price in Google in the remaining position is about 92.90s. So my average price is about right here. Right around here. Yeah, I saw AMC flying up, man. Again, AMC, I'm in it right now, so I'm very glad to see this. I don't mind seeing it. I mean, we're in a small position, but it's a position nonetheless. And again, the more AMC rips up, I hope it continues, man. I really do. They have earnings coming out sometime over the next couple of weeks too, I think, right? Let me see. So yeah, AMC earnings, I believe, are next week, if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, so AMC earnings are next Tuesday. So AMC drops their earnings coming out too. Let me see what else we got going on. Yeah, I'm trying to see what other echo data we got coming out next week here. Yeah, so today's kind of slow in the morning, but we got some other stuff this evening. We did buy the dip. We are green in the futures trade. We just got in. I'm looking at what kind of data we got going on next week. Okay, so next week here, starting Monday of next week, it's kind of a decent week. We got durable good orders. Monday morning, durable good orders. We got Monday morning, durable good orders. We got pending home sales Monday as well at 10. So we got some stuff dropping Monday. Tuesday, we have Canadian GDP. We've got the house price index data. We've got CB consumer confidence, the Chicago PMI as well. So we got some of the PMI data. The Case-Shiller is going to be Tuesday with Chicago PMI and the CB consumer confidence data. Again, Tuesday of next week. Wednesday of next week, nothing essentially. We got ISM manufacturing PMI for February, so that's relevant. So we got manufacturing PMI for February coming out around 10 o'clock Wednesday. Thursday, we've got non-farm productivity, jobless claims data as always, and then Friday, nothing really. Mostly PMI data next week. ISM manufacturing PMI and a few other things, but mostly PMI data next week. I don't think we have any big earnings, so next week's going to be a little bit slower of a week, but it'll heat back up the following week, I'm pretty sure. Let me see what we got scheduled for that week. All right, so the next week, I don't know if they're going to update this. Wholesale inventories. Jolt's job openings on Wednesday. Thursday, we got the Challenger job cuts. Friday, non-farm payroll. So Friday, the week after that, we got some stuff. We got unemployment and non-farm payrolls Friday. So yeah, so we got some stuff coming out. Again, we're green a little bit in this trade on futures. We're up a little bit. You can kind of see we're up about $7.50. Starting the day off okay. Okay, got you, gang. Wait, yeah, no worries, man. Forward moving a little bit. Hopefully you're talking about on the green side. Yeah, all right, that's nice to see. All right, guys, you got a nice little pop here. Again, we're going to go ahead and sell the ask price right now. See if we can get filled at the top up here. All right, so we just got filled at the top. We got one contract left. Riding the bounce. I'm going to let this roll a little bit longer here. So we took one off. We got one contract left. Again, I thought we might bounce at the S&P $400 level. Oh, got you, morning. I already saved one. If it's a new comment, so I read your last comment. Let me see. So I don't see your new comment. Here, hold on. Let me go to live chat. Sometimes they filter out. So Morning Dew. Again, message me on Discord, brother. It's going to be the easiest way to do it. I saw your comment before about how you want it sent to you or how you want to send it to me. Just clip it. There should be a clip option. There should be a clip option with scissors next to the share button on the video. So you should be able to specify what time it was and all that stuff. But again, I don't see your older comments. Just message me. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see it now. But yeah, just email it to me at beginnertrading@gmail.com or just join our Discord. You know, joining our Discord is another way to do it. You can just send it to me on Discord. All right, market is bouncing up a little bit today. Again, I'm going to let this last little 10 contract position work. You can see we're green in it. We're riding the market up some. Already locked in some profit. We'll see if we can lock in some larger cushion. Attacking this range. Okay, got you. Let me see. Okay, I see it. Okay, here, got you, man. Hold on. Let me mute the background noise for a second. Yeah, there you go. That's one of them. Mountain Dew for sure. And I think I actually said it before that too. If you guys want to hear what I'm listening to, like if y'all want to hear, this was posted, right? This is a clip from, what day was this? This was 5 days ago. All right, so this is a clip from 5 days ago, guys, just to put it into perspective. All right, here, I'm gonna mute the music for a second so you guys can hear it. But this is a clip from 5 days ago. All right, so pay attention. Let me know if you should be able to hear it. Yeah, there you go. All right, so this is a clip from 5 days ago. Yeah, Tesla started to come down. Like I said, I'll pivot to more of a short-based strategy, but I just don't know if I'm confident enough in adding it up. Like I said yesterday, I think we could drop to like 400s. So I said that 5 days ago. I said that. And again, we dropped to exactly 400. I thought 400 was a reasonable level. It looks like I actually said it a couple times. I'll have to go back and look. But I appreciate it, Mountain Dew. Thank you, man. Yeah, so I think I said it Thursday too. But no, I appreciate it. Hi. Love you. All right, so we are in our futures trade still. You can see we're in one contract here. See if it bounces up. Hey, Maddie, send your brother in here too. Send your brother in here too. All right, love you. All right, SPY at 400.2s here. We caught the bounce. Yeah. FOMC minutes leak. There's never a leak, bro. They always say it's a leak, but sometimes E-mini trader. Sometimes I do. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, man? Yeah, I said it a bunch of different times, to be honest. About 400, because again, I think you got to understand like psychology of the markets. Like pullbacks are healthy to a certain extent. Once you start to really understand the trend, you're not going to go up forever. Like every stream we get people saying, oh, a crash is imminent, sell now, do it now, you know. And then you got other people that are like, oh, we're going to go up, buy now, now's the time to buy, we're going to moon. You know, you got to just kind of ignore everybody, you know, and say, okay, well, like we're not going to go up forever here. looking at the trend, this is why we said 400. Really, we could dip to 395s, to be honest. 395s is kind of like at the bottom of this trend. But yeah, we said 400 a few times, and that's exactly where we're at right now. And again, maybe we start buying stuff up for about. I did add a little bit to Google, but it's not enough to where I'm like extended or going to be emotional about the trade. I try to take position sizes that are enough to make me money, but not enough to make me super emotional about it. Because once I start getting emotional, I cut it too quickly, I add too long, I hold it too long, all that stuff. So yeah, we're at levels now with Ford. We're a little green on the day, but pretty, you can see the Ford trade if you want. We're down 30 bucks on Ford. On Google, you can see we are only down right now on this remaining trade, which we added a little bit, about $65. And so again, not a lot. We already took profit on Google and then added it back, but yeah, not a lot. All right, so yeah, we're gonna end up cutting out of this probably about break even here. I could let it roll a little bit longer. I guess I'll let it sit to see if the SPY holds at 400. But we just cracked it right now. We're approaching the VWAP though, so I guess I could sit in it a little bit more. And luckily, we did take some profit on it already, so that's nice to see. All right, guys. So again, Google up. Microsoft finally pulled it back. Our average in Microsoft's a little bit higher. It's at about 257, so it's like right here. But we still got time to let that one work too. Scared money doesn't make money. Yeah, I get the saying. But again, that's something that a lot of gamblers use to justify gambles, to be honest. Like again, you should never be so emotional about trades where your heart's beating fast and you got butterflies in your stomach and you don't know what to do. That means you're taking too large a size, right? And again, a lot of gamblers justify gambling by that exact quote. Say, scared money don't make money. Sure, but you're not supposed to be super emotional about positions, and insinuating that you should is just not the right thing. Again, trading is very difficult. What makes it more difficult is whenever you're super emotional about a position. And so again, I can make a couple $100 without being emotional about it. Now, it's going to be relative to the person, but I can make a few $100 without being super emotional about it. I can lose a couple $100 too without being super emotional about it. But like what I'm trying to say is trade size that you're okay with holding. Like, don't get too emotional about positions again to where, again, being too biased in that regard is just not good for profit. It's just not good for trading. Yeah, Lucid earnings today. We also have Nvidia earnings. We got Nvidia earnings. We got Lucid earnings. We got Google earnings. Or no. We got Lucid earnings, Nvidia. I believe Lucid is today. Let me make sure. Yeah, so today we got Teladoc, Lucid, Etsy, Unity, Dutch Bros, eBay, Matterport. The big one's Nvidia, though. The big one that we're going to personally stream here is Nvidia. That's the one we're going to cover. That's right. It's bad. All right, so yeah, Mountain, if you want to send me your PayPal, bro, somehow I got you, bro. Thank you. All right, so there's the SPY bouncing up. That's why we held the position. We might bounce at 400. We're over 400 again, right around neutral at that 400 level. All right, so right around $400 again. Again, we're down a little bit. We're about break even on futures, so it's not the end of the world there. I'm not sure if you have a video on this, but what are some ways you might find a stock that might find setting up in pre-market? What do you look for? Don't answer. This is something you normally isn't something you normally would. What do you mean setting up? Setting up in what way? You know, what kind of trading are you referencing? Like swing trading, day trading, scalping? Like what are you investing? You know, it depends on the trade type. Day trading or scalping. I guess the easiest way to look in pre-market, number one, is like the only there's a few big like milestone levels that you should be paying attention to in pre-market. But love you too, buddy. Have a good day, man. But yeah, there's a few milestone levels you should be paying attention to. One of them is the previous closing price, right? Watch the previous closing price. They're just milestone support and resistance levels that a lot of other traders are watching. The previous closing price is big. There's also like the previous closing price, you got the pre-market high, very relevant level. You could look at the pre-market range. And another big one is just extension. Like analyzing extension heading into the open is big. You know, because a lot of traders, again, I've said this a bunch of times, but it's very true, which is I've said it a few times, which is very true, which is that new traders will look at a stock gapping up really big, right? Like a stock gapping up 10, 15% or whatever the percentage is. And new traders will say, oh man, it's gapping up 10 or 15%. It must be strong. Experienced traders usually take the opposite approach. They say, oh, it's gapping up 10 or 15%. We'll probably pull back some. And again, exactly what we have now is a prime example of that here. Again, you can see us, like, for instance, the SPY had a big red day yesterday, right? So like new traders might say, oh, we had a big red day yesterday. You know, the market's going to be really weak in pre-market today. Experienced traders understand that, like, we dropped 2% yesterday. That's a decent little pullback. The extension's probably on the upside at this point in time, or on the downside, and so the momentum is going to be on the upside. We'll probably get a little bit of a bounce in pre-market, and that's exactly what we got today. And so again, extension is the best thing to use if you're looking at extended hours trading, pre-market, after hours. Watching to see how much they're extended on the upside or downside, not just in pre-market, but the previous day, is very relevant to what happens. And it's something that when you start to see it, like, there's a lot of pullbacks, there's a lot of gap fills, a lot of profit taking at the open if you gap up really, really solid. So that's what I would pay attention to in pre-market. What clip, Cakeism? Yeah, all good, Derek. Don't worry, man. So somebody already sent me the clip, Cakeism. Somebody already sent me that clip, man. If you want to email it to me, bro, like I said, at Beginner Trading, I can't. If you're sending it in chat, I can't get it. If you send it on Discord, I can get it. And if it's good enough, I'll send you the clip. But Yeah, if it's still good, I'll still send you a little bit, but I did already get it. Really, I guess I want the one from Thursday. I must have said it Thursday, but any pity stock for today? I don't know, bro. AMC's ripping up. Mullen? Y'all don't get me started on Mullen, bro. What do you think of Meta this week? I don't know, man. Meta. I see they were copying off of Elon with regards to the verification badges. Bro, I worked hard to get my YouTube verification badge over 100K. I just hope it stays like this to where I'm actually like I said, I am now a man of note, a man of worth, a man of value. You know, I've got a verification check mark on YouTube, you know, top 3 greatest check marks of all time for sure. Buy right at $400 here. We're pretty break even on this last trade. We are in about we're in about one contract. We're down about $3. Yeah, the notable, you know. Yeah, guys. So right now, after I got my check mark here, I live vicariously through myself, okay? I'm living vicariously through myself. I once had an awkward moment just to see how it feels. My beard alone has experienced more than a lesser man's entire body. Okay, when it is raining, it's because I'm thinking of something sad. My shirts never wrinkle. I'm left-handed and right-handed now with my check mark, okay? If I were going to mail a letter right now, it would still get there without postage. Police question me all the time just because they find me interesting. My blood smells like cologne, okay? On every continent in the world, there's a sandwich named after me, all right? I've won the Lifetime Achievement Award twice, okay? I'm a man of note, a man of worth. I've got my YouTube check mark. Don't judge me. I'm the top 3 greatest person ever right now. We are actually green on our futures contracts here. We are actually green on the trade. Hey, we'll take it. We'll let it ride again. We're being patient here. SPY back over 400. Yeah, Lil Wayne ain't got nothing on me. I get money like a, you know, shades darker than but I can see, you know. I got everything. You got nothing. I'm right. You're wrong. And yeah, mark it up to 400.2 right now. Right, I won Rookie of the Year twice. You know. Right, I'm oozing with humility. You know, when you look this good, I mean, humility just oozes from you. Okay, I can't help it. All right, guys, SPY up to 400.2s here. Microsoft up to 253.50s here. Meta is down again. Meta's not pulling back enough for me to want to buy it here. The problem with Meta is that it's rebounded. It was at $88 in November. You know, this thing's at almost $200 again. I'm just not. Maybe it rebounds back up, but I'm not buying it here. Yeah, one time when I was sailing around the world, I found a shortcut. You know, panhandlers give me money, okay? I don't have a photo on my passport. And when I drive a car off the lot, it increases in value, okay? SPY at 400.2. Yeah, let's see if it holds $400. It's also right around the volume-weighted average price. You can actually see we bounced right off of the volume-weighted average price, which is this purple line here. So again, we're green in our futures trade. Apple bouncing right at the volume weighted average price as well, kind of influencing everything else here. You know, Andrew, listen, as long as you know, definitely top 3. SPY dipping down right to that $400 level. Again, we're now red in our futures trade. Nvidia earnings. Fed minutes report today drops at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we do have the Fed minutes report dropping at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. That will be relevant for market action. We'll see if it influences it heavily. Again, we've had a lot of people yelling crash, and I don't know if we're going to crash, but what I will say is that if we do crash, it's going to be the next 3 days, right? Again, today, Fed minutes, 2 p.m., Nvidia earnings, after hours. Tomorrow we've got GDP data and jobless claims numbers. Friday, we got PCE data. So all of this stuff is rolling into about a 2-day period. If we do get big market action on the downside, it's going to be in the next couple of days. Again, I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying we're going to crash. Again, nobody knows. We can all screen crash. Nobody knows for sure. What I will say, though, is, again, if we do crash, it could happen over the next couple of days. Yeah, I cover AMC. We're holding AMC right now. I mean, I might not say things people want me to say about it, though, but I cover it for sure. Again, AMC up to 635. Can AMC go up? It could. Will it is a different story. But I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Do you think AMC goes up? Honestly, if it crashes, I'll buy. People act like I'm like super long. Like people act like if we drop 2%, I'm just, my whole portfolio is destroyed. It's just not accurate, man. Like, again, I'm holding. Again, I'll show you guys my positions, and I'm green on this Google trade regardless, right? You can see Google. I'm down $65 on what's left, which was 50 shares this morning. I added a little bit back, but remember, I took profit on this prior to this as well. I took profit when this thing was at like 94s and 95s, and so we are down $65 on the 30% left that we had. So we're still probably green on the overall trade here for Google. Again, Ford, we are down $35, so both of those trades, we're down $100. It's not the end of the world. I hope AMC goes up. I'm holding AMC. AMC, 500 million shares in the float, only about a 20 or 30% short float. I don't know how big it's going to squeeze, even if it does squeeze. I think the thing AMC has got going for it is the size of its following is huge, but it's not like the best short squeeze in the world play. It's just not. It's not a huge short squeeze play, in my opinion. And to quote Forrest Gump, that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, AMC sitting right now at about 650s. Or 630s, I'm sorry. And again, we'll see what happens. Google, we're in that one. Microsoft, we're watching that. And we're in AMC. I hope it goes up. $4,200? I mean, 4,200 is not, or 4,200 is different. Yeah, 4,200 is way up here. So we still got a long road to hit that. It's possible, but I don't know how soon that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen today. All right, so we are now green on our futures trade again. Okay, we got a fake Douglas in chat. How long ago was that? Yeah, a lot of scammers, man. Let's see. So probably, how can people trade outside market hours? Extended hours trading is all it really is. There's three states of the market. There's closed, which is really between like 8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. So from 8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m., the stock market's closed completely. There's nothing open except for futures. But from about 8 p.m. to 4:30 in the morning, market's closed. The other state of the market, one of the other states of the market is extended hours. And so that's early trading and late trading. So lower liquidity, but you can still trade it depending on your broker is really what it is. So it's early trading, right? So on the TOS chart, it's this gray area right here. So you can see like Microsoft has this gray area from after hours. This area here is the actual market hours, and then and again, extended hours is from close to 8 p.m. is after hours is what it's called, and pre-market is from 4:30 to 9:30. Pre-market is what it's called, and then you actually have from 9:30 to 4 p.m. is when you have actual market open hours. It's when the liquidity is the highest. That's when the opening bell is at 9:30. So those are the different states of the market. I'm crazily in love with AMC and have lost 20K over 2 years and waiting to win it all back. Here's the problem with this, Joseph. And again, I'm going to be real with you, man. I hope you understand. I have no reason to lie about this. In fact, it probably makes me lose subs. I hope not. I hope I gain subs from it. But, the problem with AMC, man, is that a lot of the AMC tubers did not have a ton of experience when they started promoting AMC. Like, I promoted AMC, and a lot of that community turned on me because I was honest with them. When GameStop hit 550s, I was saying, hey, man, like, I'm taking profit right here. And a lot of people said, oh, this dude's not a believer or whatever it is in GameStop. And then GameStop ended up proving that I was right long term. Same thing with AMC, where it's like, look, a lot of the AMC tubers that are covering AMC that are telling everybody these unrealistic expectations for it don't really understand the market. AMC is not a super big short squeeze play, man. It's just not. AMC's float is 500 plus million. When GameStop squeezed, GameStop had 120% short float. So ridiculously high short float, a ton of shorts to squeeze out. AMC does not have that. AMC has 20%, which is not low necessarily, but it's not some super high short squeeze level with regards to short float that's going to cause a huge parabolic squeeze over 100. It's just not like that. It's just not set up that way. Again, the float is too large, which kills volatility, and the short float is too small, which means that we're not going to get a parabolic short squeeze. The other thing is, like, a lot of the AMC tubers started covering AMC right after GameStop. And again, they were new traders. A lot of these guys had only been trading for like 2 months. The big AMC tubers you see right now, a lot of them had only been trading for a couple months when GameStop squeezed. And so in their mind, squeezes like that happen all the time. I've been trading the market every day for 6+ years, right? Short squeezes like GameStop are incredibly rare. In fact, the GameStop short squeeze was one of the largest short squeezes in history at the time. The other thing is that hedge funds are not stupid. Like, these are not stupid people. A lot of these guys are headhunted out of college. They're some of the brightest people in the world, in finance, because banks and finance, they want smart people. And so they're not dumb, man. They're not going to make the same mistake that they made in GameStop right after it. They lost billions of dollars in GameStop. They're not just going to pile into another one of these meme stocks super short and let retail traders lose billions of dollars for them, right? They're not dumb. Like, they're not going to do that again, right? And a lot of these communities act like they are, and they try to twist it desperately to make it seem like a big squeeze is likely when it's not. It could squeeze. If it squeezes, it might get up to like $60, $70, $80. But it's not going to be some big $1,000 plus squeeze that breaks $1,000. Again, the market cap of AMC is not going to be larger than Microsoft. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to happen. And so, again, I think there's a lot of AMC tubers that gave AMC traders just unrealistic expectations for it. And again, we've been saying this for years since it happened. And I think time has shown that I've been correct. We've been right about this. And again, it's something that don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger here. I'm just trying to be honest with people because that's the truth of AMC and GameStop. Again, a lot of the AMC tubers used it as a platform to build a following and make money from their followers in that way by basically pandering to the AMC community and giving them unrealistic expectations. And it is what it is, but that's what happened. We're going to cut our futures trade. We're going to get out here. So we just cut it. But yeah, break even day right now. Yeah, but they might have 2 years. They still, again, like I said, time has shown that we've been right. Right. Again, look at AMC's chart. This is the easiest way to prove it. Right. Here's AMC's chart. It's right back to where it was pre-squeeze. You know. And again, what's different about it? Again, I'm open to hearing the argument. Maybe I'm wrong here. Again, I'm open to hearing it. But again, I'm telling you guys, AMC's got a float of 500 million. That's not one that'll generally give you a huge squeeze, right? GameStop, when it squeezed, had a float of 40 million, right? Like literally over 10x smaller float in GameStop when it squeezed up to 550 than AMC has, right? It's just not the same thing, man. It's just not the same thing. And I get it. There's a lot of confirmation bias from people that are losing money in AMC that really want it to squeeze up. And I understand that. And again, maybe we do. I hope it does. I'm holding AMC. But again, it's my job to be reasonable and tell people the truth. And that's the truth. You know? Cost to borrow doesn't really mean much. What matters is how many shorts are actually in the float, right? If you look at the float of AMC, again, right now, AMC has a float size of 22%, which is not small. Like I said, it's not a small short float. Is it going to cause a crazy parabolic squeeze over 100? Probably not. Maybe. You know, it might. Again, what AMC has going for it is not the short float. It's the size of the following of traders holding it who own a large percentage of the float. If AMC does make a big parabolic move up, it's probably not going to be purely from a short squeeze. It's going to be from momentum from all the traders holding the float, supporting the stock. Right? That's probably what it's going to be. Again, maybe it squeezes big. I hope it does. I really do. I hope I'm wrong here, and I might be. You know, again, not 100%. I'm just giving you guys the nuance of it that a lot of people aren't giving you, which is that the float is big for AMC. The short float is small, relatively speaking. And, you know, again, to get a stock that has over 500 million in the float to squeeze like that is going to be a difficult thing to accomplish. You know, now you could say, oh, synthetic shares, naked shorts, or whatever it really is, right? But again, at a certain point, none of that's really provable, and you got to kind of really twist it to equal what they want. Again, it's confirmation bias. It's what they want to happen. But I think the likelihood of that happening is low. And again, I've been saying this for 2 years, and in that period of time, AMC has dropped down from $70 down to $6. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, like I'm not an AMC hater, man. Like I said, I'm really not. Like I'm just trying to be honest about it. And again, I hope you know y'all make money. I don't like to see retail traders lose. You know, my job is to protect them. And again, I think there was a lot of predatory moves happening after AMC by a lot of the big AMC tubers right now. You know, so it is what it is. But yeah, listen, if the float's lowered, that's great. I think that's the first step if you want a parabolic squeeze, you know, but I think that's a long way out, and I hope it works. Like I said, I'm not against it, man. I really hope it works. Fed minutes is at 2 p.m. And with that said, AMC breaking highs here. Hey, look at it. See it go. Watch 650. 650 is a psychological level. Futures popping up too. Again, we're break even on the day. We're down like $10 in futures. We'll let it work a little bit. Again, we're right around that $400 level. No, I never really teach options, One Love. I don't trade options a ton. I trade futures, but I don't really trade options a ton. Again, my TOS account's got about 120,000 in buying power. So I just don't need to trade options. I can trade options if I want to, but I can just buy the security or whatever it is directly most of the time. All right, so back to 400 on the SPY, kind of retracing that level. I do have to talk about the short-term trend here, which let's take a look at it. There's the short-term trend. So this is the trend since about the last 45 minutes. There's the trend. Also, guys, y'all do me a favor. Check out TopStep. TopStep is a funded account program for futures where they give you a demo. And one of the ways you can trade the market, again, a lot of people want to day trade. And most traders lose. Most day traders lose money. Like 90+% of day traders lose money. One of the big here, I'm going to close my, they didn't close my door. But yeah, so one of the reasons a lot of new traders lose money in the beginning is because they try to day trade, and most day traders lose money, right? But what they don't understand is that you can day trade the futures market with no PDT restore. A lot of people think you need 25K to day trade. You really don't. You need, like, look, this is the same price action. In fact, here's the SPY, and here's that same trend I drew on the SPY right here on the E-mini. And you can day trade the E-mini here on the right side with no PDT restrictions. You can day trade short. It's the same trend that we've got right here in futures, no PDT restriction. More so than that, it's a lot cheaper to do this. Like, they give you a funded account program, right? So they give you a demo. And if you can hit the target on their demo while following rules, they'll give you a 50K demo. If you can hit 3K in profit on that demo without losing 2K total or $1,000 a day, then they fund you between $50,000 up to $150,000. The base one's less than 140 bucks a month. The reason this is super important, and again, they are a sponsor of mine, and so I'm definitely biased in their favor. Definitely biased in their favor. They are a sponsor of mine. But the reason this is useful is because new traders get started in day trading, and what happens? They lose tons of money. They lose thousands of dollars. This is a great way where it's not just a base paper trading account, where it gives you some pressure to succeed, right? It gives you some pressure to succeed. It's not the full extent where you're risking thousands of dollars. In order to trade futures yourself, you need, like, I would say at least 10K, 10 to 15,000. And so if you trade that as a new futures trader, you're risking thousands of dollars. This way you can test yourself. If you lose, again, the base package is 140 bucks a month. You can reset it for $100 as well. If you use my link, you get 20% off. With that, it's just very cheap. It's a great way to test your skill. If you lose, it's not the end of the world. And I think, to be fair, I think most people are going to lose, but it's a lot cheaper to lose this on TopStep than it is to put up the money yourself trading futures and lose thousands of dollars that way. And again, I wish I had something like this when I first got started trading. And so if you want to check it out, again, I'm definitely biased. They are a sponsor of mine. Here's that link. Check them out. It's AA Ron. Again, market's right around $400, consolidating, testing the 200 EMA right now. AMC still ripping up, though. Look at AMC here. So it's still going. I hope it continues. BBIG, I think BBIG was a wildly overpriced, overhyped penny stock that trapped a lot of people and caused a lot of people to lose their life savings by pumping it up with some sensationalized predatory marketing. You know, same thing with CEI. Like I said, most penny stocks are going to fail, right? And if you want to be, like I said, there's a few ways you can avoid losing money as a new trader. One of the ways you can avoid it, do not invest money in penny stocks, guys. Investing money in penny stocks is a sucker's game. It's a sucker's bet. It's something that a lot of new traders who get talked into it with predatory marketing end up buying these terrible penny stock companies because they think they're going to squeeze one day or they're going to go crazy. A large majority of people lose. The biggest edge that you ever have in the financial markets, guys, is buying blue chip healthy companies and sitting on those companies for 5, 10 plus years, right? That's the biggest edge you'll ever find in markets. And so if you're going to invest in anything, invest in blue chips, in my opinion. I can't guarantee you're going to make money in anything. Nobody can, not an investment professional, not liable if you lose. But if you're going to put money in something long term, do not put it in penny stocks. Again, you're going to have a lot of YouTubers, a lot of, whomever, tell you, oh, this is the greatest stock ever. It's going to 1000x. It's got this due diligence, this DD about it. It's going to 1000x. And then when it doesn't do that, because again, they're terrible penny stock companies, they're going to say, oh, manipulation. It would have done that. No, it wouldn't have. They're terrible companies. Do not stick money in them. Okay. They're terrible companies. You can day trade penny stocks. You know, I'm friends with Relentless Trader, great dude, day trades penny stocks. You know, but investing in them again is a sucker's bet. I've seen it over the years. CEI, BBIG, there's a ton of them. Most really healthy companies do not start off as penny stocks. Like most healthy companies do not start off as penny stocks. You'll hear people say, "Oh, well, you know, most big companies start off as penny stocks." No, they don't. They actually IPO, and when they IPO, after the IPO, they're up to mid cap, you know, territory already. They don't start off as pennies. Well, it's mostly large caps, Tiny, is what it is. So it's mostly large caps. So so futures, like the E-mini is the S&P 500. So it's the 500 largest companies in the world. That's all it is. So it's the 500 largest companies in the world. You know. So again, when you day trade futures, you're getting exposure to day trading stocks. You're just day trading the S&P 500 with no PDT rule. That's the beautiful thing about it, is that you can day trade it with no PDT rule. You know, that's a lot of, again, a lot of traders try to go to penny stocks because they don't have a large enough account, and they try to do a cash account. Futures, no PDT restriction. You can day trade that as much as you want without restriction. Yeah, for sure. Well, the sizing is different. It's not that it moves fast, Tiny. It's more so that the sizing, like you trade the regular E-mini, that thing moves $12.5 a tick, right? So you got 4 contracts, you're losing $50 a tick. That's moving fast. The way you combat that is you just scale down, or you trade the micros, is what you do. And it'll be less significant size. Yeah, so futures have about $15,000 margin requirement for the E-mini, $20K for the NASDAQ, 100%. Right, that's why one of these funded account programs are useful, is because it'll allow you to get that without risking thousands of dollars, you know. On the other hand, I made a mini fortune in pennies. Hey, do you, bro? Like I said, but understand, you're probably not the majority in that regard, man, you know. Me, I bought AMC 4 months ago, Joseph, when it was still kind of primed for moving up. It might have been longer than that. I've been holding AMC longer than a lot of stuff in my portfolio, but I'm down on it. But I hope it goes up, man, you know. All right, guys, so market's bouncing up again. Right at the 200 EMA right now. Right at the 200 EMA. And again, we'll see if we actually hold that spot. But right at that spot now. We will show the Fed minutes speech. It's not gonna be later. It's not gonna be until later on, but it's gonna be. Again, we are gonna stream it. Yeah, for sure. Richard, again, Richard said, John, I stopped playing penny stocks and went to blue chip ETFs 8 months ago. Best move I ever made. 100%, man. Again, a lot of people who trade penny stocks, to be honest, and again, I want you guys to listen to me. I'm going to preface this with I can't guarantee you're going to make money in anything. I'm not an investment professional. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. With that said and out the way, though, a lot of you guys trading penny stocks would be shocked at how much easier it is to trade blue chips. Would be shocked at how much easier it is to invest in swing trade blue chips, as well as probably day trade futures in the S&P 500. Again, it's just so much more consistent. Like, you don't have to worry about offerings slamming you down. You don't have to worry about all this ridiculous halted momentum pumping down, gap down 40%, 50% overnight. Like, you don't have to worry about all that crazy, ridiculous momentum in penny stocks. Instead, you can just follow trends. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to use the funded account program, Arisha, that I talked about, Top Step link is in the description. If you want to try out futures somewhere else, I mean, you know, there's a lot of different futures platforms, TOS, all that stuff. But again, I'm sponsored by Top Step, and Top Step is the one where it's a funded account program where they they want you to prove profitability with a demo first. And if you can, then they fund you. That's Top Step. I definitely started out with penny stocks, one love. But again, I have to be honest about it, man. You got a lot of people who are just continuing to cover penny stocks because they think that's what their following wants. I don't care about any of that stuff, man. Like again, regardless of what my following wants, I'm going to be honest with people. I'm going to be honest with traders about my opinion, my genuine opinion on penny stocks. Like, I traded them. We tried them out. I've never been about investing in them. Investing in them is just a terrible idea. You could day trade them, and some people make money day trading. But again, over time, my trading has evolved to more swing trading. And again, I'm green on the year, swing trading on TOS. And so what I do works for me right now. But again, penny stocks, investing in penny stocks is just where a lot of new traders run into trouble, right? Because the problem is, like, you got a bunch of people making videos saying, hey, ABC penny stock is going to 1000x, guys. This stock's going to go crazy. They got same thing that AMC tubers say as well, to be honest. No offense to the AMC crowd. But again, a lot of you guys are just getting a bunch of confirmation bias videos just pandering to you guys, trying to gain views and gain a following so they can make money as an influencer about AMC. Same thing with penny stocks. They'll say, oh, this stock's going to go crazy. They rarely do. Most of the time you go back, if you look at I'll put it this way, man. If you look back at the history of this, all right, if you look back at all these people posting all these videos about penny stocks, if you look back at all their call outs, ABC penny stock, whatever it is, right? If you look back at all these stocks that they said were going to 1000x and you look at the actual chart history, the chart history is going to look like this. Chart history is going to look like this right here. That's going to be the chart history. Man, that's an ugly arrow. Here, look. The chart history is going to look like that. All right. And that's something you'll have to be objective about. Again, I get it. A lot of people spend time learning penny stock investing. Right. And so they're really stubborn with it. They don't want to give it up. They're like, oh, well, I've invested so much time in this. I got to keep doing it. Again, it's kind of like you trade a trading strategy. Right. Sometimes that trading strategy is just not going to work. Right. You might have spent a lot of time developing that strategy and then you find out that, hey, it just doesn't work. That means you should switch and move to something else if it's not working. You shouldn't keep. Again, the definition of insanity is continuously trying the same thing, expecting a different result, according to Einstein's definition, at least. Don't be insane. Recognize when something doesn't have an edge, like penny stock investing, and move on from it. Don't get caught in that trap that new traders get caught in, which is really investing in penny stocks. Hey, thank you, One Love. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. Yeah, HKD, like I said, we can find little stocks that differ from this. There's always going to be outliers to this, but again, like you would, the example I always use, listen, you you invest in 10 different blue chips. You diversify to different sectors, invest in 10 different low PE blue chip companies, and you hold for 10 years. You're going to be green in a large majority of those stocks. In a large majority of those, you're going to be green. You're going to make money in those stocks. You do the same thing with penny stocks. You take 10 different penny stocks and you diversify into the different sectors and you buy 10 different penny stocks. You are going to destroy your account in 10 years. Destroy your account. That's the easiest way to understand. It's like the long-term edge isn't there with penny stocks. And again, in my opinion, the biggest edge that anybody ever has in the market is long-term value investing. Researching low PE healthy companies, buying blue chips, sitting on them for years. Biggest edge you'll ever find in markets. HKD went from 2,500 down to 8. But this one actually did go kind of crazy at first. Right, and the big companies will pay you a divvy, and you'll get money back in that regard as well. So, Aptos, yeah, Aptos has been moving. All right, SPY moving right back up to 400s. Again, we'll see if it holds. Yeah, AMC dipping down a little bit. We're not really going to cover too much crypto here. We can look at Aptos, but... All right, SPY testing 400s again. Again, we'll see if we stay in this trend here. Hold on, let me... Again, we're kind of testing the top of the trend. It looks like we might be breaking out of that downward trend that we were in. That's the downward trend. We'll see if we're breaking out of it now. Well, yeah, well, Tiny, in order to really make money with divvy investing, like, number one, you got to hold them for like 10 years. Okay, number one. Number two is like, in order to make a living off of divvy investing, you need like $500,000 to $1 million to really make like 40, 50K a year from it. So it's not something like dividend investing is a long-term game. It's not something that you want to really worry about over like a year's time. It's going to take a long time to get that money back. You know. Yeah, we could bounce back today. Again, I don't know. We'll see. All right, SPY testing 400s again. All right, SPY at 400 right now. Just tapped it. Still got about 30 minutes before the bell opens. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tiny, investing is one of those things where you really got to be willing to hold it for like 10 years, you know, to really see like the gains that you want to see from it. Swing trading can be powerful. Like swing trading is kind of my go-to now. SPY back over 400s, back over 400s at 400.1s. Yeah, the Fed minutes today at 2 p.m. Bro, I like my glasses, bro. Honestly, I got these new glasses, man. They help me see better, man. I mean, honestly, my old glasses are too strong. These are perfect. They're also blue blocking glasses as well. So I got blue blocking glasses also. Investing is not a scam, Ben. I'm sorry, bro. It's just not a scam. What investing is truly meant for, Ben. Okay, so you got people who want to save up for their retirement, you know, and one of the biggest opponents to savings is inflation over time, right? So like you save up 100K for retirement, you know, in 20 years, that 100K is going to be much less significant of a nest egg for you in retirement. And so one thing that you can do is invest the money in a broad market ETF like the S&P 500, and it'll keep up with inflation for the most part. It'll average 8 to 12% a year. And so in 10 years, you'll double your money, you know, so it'll keep up with inflation is really the goal of that, you know. And so are you going to get rich from that? Probably not. But if you want to get rich, again, investing is not the way to do it. You know, if you want to get rich, you know, again, when you're young, you take risks. You start businesses. That's how you get rich when you're young. You take risks, you start businesses, you know, with the money you make, you know. Over time, if you want to say, once you make money and once you have something that's producing income like that and you want to save for your retirement, that's what you use the S&P 500 for. That's what you use investing for. But yeah, that's the way you have to look at it. As long as you're not just sitting on cash, that's the worst thing you can do is just put your money in savings, right? That's the worst thing you could ever do. You know, inflation's going to make it obsolete, you know, or inflation's going to make it insignificant in in 10 years. So when you actually retire, the money's just going to be less valuable. You know, you put it in bonds, I guess. Yeah, I wish, Kieran. Not me, man. Have rich parents or family. Not me, man. It's not really a boring day. I mean, we're just bouncing back after big drops here. I think this trend has gone away for the SPY. Traveling, I mean, it depends on what you want. It depends on what you value. Experiences are valuable. You know, travel the world. Best stocks to hold during that economy. It's bad. Gold. I don't know if that's a stock, but gold is what I would, in those moments, gold is probably, you know, something of value. No, so the minute speech is not until 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rojo. So yeah, we still got some time. That's gonna be midday today. Again, we're gonna stream it all live. It's gonna be a separate stream though. Yeah, another one of my sponsors, guys, and again, I'm going to preface this with this is a sponsor of mine. It's called Chart Prime. Watch how cool this is, though. Like, watch how useful this is, right? So this is called Chart Prime. It's a trading view indicator service. So you can use this in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures, all that good stuff. Again, it's a trading view indicator service. So it gives you custom signals and alerts. And number one, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. I'm definitely biased in their favor because they're a sponsor of mine. But if you look at how useful this can be, again, it gives you reversal signals that can be surprisingly accurate. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but let's just look at yesterday. All right, reversal up signal at the opening bell. Nice little bounce. Reversal down signal after that. Nice little drop. Reversal up signal after that. Small little bounce. Reversal up signal after that. Small little bounce. Bearish engulfing candle. You got a little bounce after that. But we can keep going here, guys. And again, this is just a small percentage of what they offer. They also do support of resistance, documentation, and they rank them from 1 to 10. You can see this dotted line down here is the biggest support level on the chart. But we can keep going here. You know, reversal up signal here. Look, here's a reversal up signal here. And nice little bounce over a couple minute period. And again, we can look at pre-market today. I haven't even looked at this today. Again, reversal up signal here. Nice little bounce. Again, look at these right here, right around that support level too. Reversal up signal here. Nice little bounce. Reversal down signal here. Literally called the top and bottom of this time frame right here. So again, we can keep going. And again, this is called chart prime. They also do a ton of other stuff. Look, reversal up signal here, bounce. And they've been pretty quiet this morning. Not really any big signals, but even this morning, look, reversal up signal, bounce, reversal drop. If we zoom out here, they do a ton of other stuff. So then you can use these on any time frames. You can use these on candlestick patterns. And so they will show you candlestick patterns. If we put a longer term chart up here, a 15-minute chart, they'll show you the engulfing candlesticks, bearish and bullish engulfing candlesticks. Look at the range they draw for you as well. And so if we put like a 1 hour chart up, let's see if it shows you any flags currently. Doesn't look like there's any flag patterns showing up yet, but just surprisingly useful. Look at how useful this is, guys. Just to put this into perspective, this is an hourly chart. Look at how accurate this is, man. Honestly, it's surprisingly accurate. I might need to use it shorter or longer term as well. Look at this, reversal up. Huge bounce. This is a 15-minute chart. So this is like a couple day bounce. This is a bounce that happened over a few days. Reversal down. Same thing. Literally right at the very top. Reversal up. And this is a 1 hour chart here. This one was wrong, but this one was right again. Reversal down and a bunch of engulfing candles. Look, the same thing. Literally called the bottom here. Reversal up. Got up to the top. Reversal down signal there too. Look at that. That's surprisingly accurate. Surprisingly accurate. Again, it's called Chart Prime. It's very cheap. It's very cheap. They are a sponsor, so I'm definitely biased in their favor. The base package right now is like $30 a month, though. It's super cheap. SPY over 400 as well. And again, if you want to check out the sponsors that we have, and again, that's still a small percentage of what they overall offer. You can get 40% off if you use my link here. It's like $30 or something like that if you use my link. They probably do, Wilfredo, to be honest, man. And again, I'm just saying, what I would do is I wouldn't base my trades purely off of it. I don't think that's the right way to do anything. But using it to kind of gain a little bit more of an edge, I think is incredibly valuable. Again, I'm definitely biased. They pay me money, and so I'm sponsored by them. And so I'm definitely biased. And I'm always trying to be transparent about that. They are a sponsor of mine for sure. But I mean, I can't fake what I just showed, and it doesn't repaint the signals either. So it's not like it changes the signals just to look correct afterwards. Like those stay there. They when they pop up, they stay there. They don't disappear. They don't change. So I can't really fake what I just showed you. You know what I mean? AMC hit 650. All right, so market's kind of consolidating back and forth. Let me get the banner out the way, my bad. Yeah, for sure. It could be super helpful, man. Like I said, there's a lot of value I think you can find in it. And I think the right way to use it is like some days it's really right, and then some days it's not. But I think if you can identify the days where it's like the trends just aren't super favorable, and you can identify the days when they are, and then attack heavy on those days, and slow it down on the days where they're not really working that well. I think if you can have that type of discipline with it, again, it could just be powerful. All right, SPY right around 399.80. It's just kind of sitting slow. Yeah, usually the poles are pretty split. Bear bulls are pretty sideways and split, It's kind of how it goes sometimes. Bro, I'm waiting for these stitches in my mouth to fall out, man. I can feel it. It's awkward. I'm ready to just eat normal. I got it done Saturday, so Sunday morning's a day, Monday morning's a day, Tuesday morning's a day, Wednesday morning's a day, today's Thursday morning. So it's 5 days since my tooth extraction surgery. I'm just waiting for my mouth to feel normal again. Well, yeah, I mean, Wilfredo, I always try to give context. Like I said, it's not perfect. You shouldn't base your trades purely off of it. I said that a couple times, as well as I'm definitely biased in their favor. But again, I was just showing you guys the reversal signals that they gave me, that they put up. I can't fake that. Again, I'm just showing you guys when they were right over the last couple of days. And again, it's not always going to be like that. They're not always going to be right. It's not perfect. But again, I think for $30 a month, I think it's pretty cheap. But again, it's subjective. It's in the Market Oracle on Chart Prime. You can check out the link in the description if you're interested in it. SPY back up to almost 400. And as I've said a bunch of times, can't guarantee you're going to make money. Not an investment professional. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm definitely biased. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to trade some futures today. Again, had a kind of back and forth day in futures where we made some money, we lost some money. We're about break even right now in the futures market here. So about flat today. Still got some more time. So see if we can make it back at the open. We are going to get ready to trade on Top Step futures today, though. Yeah, I think that's the way you have to look at it. Fireworks is that like nothing's perfect, but like using it to find an edge. If it was $1,000 a month, it'd be different. But it's like 30, So I mean, like I said, I think there's an argument for it being valuable. But again, it's subjective, and again, it's going to be relative to the person. Like I said, I try to do things right here. I really do. Like I said, I have sponsors, of course. Like we subsidize the channel through sponsors. Every YouTuber ever does it, for the most part, at least. We're obviously doing this to make money. I mean, anybody out here is doing it to make money. I'm not spending 6-7 hours a day sometimes, out of the kindness of my heart. Listen, like I said, I appreciate you all, and I really try to help traders. Is what we try to do. But whenever I plug anything, you guys know me. I'm always saying, hey, look, I'm biased. They are a sponsor. I'm certainly biased in their favor. Can't guarantee they're going to do anything. They pay me money, so I'm biased for sure. And that's just kind of how it goes. And I think that's understandable. Market started to move up a little bit. Again, we're kind of in that range. I don't know whether we should continue the range or what happens here, but like, look, so we can broaden the range a little bit relative to what we had earlier. Like that. And I guess argue that maybe we're still in that range. Wish I met you 20K ago. We're here now, bro. We're here now. Hey, thank you, Fvrr. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, so again, we got about 20 minutes. Hey, baby. My girl. That's just my baby. This is Rosie. Pretty girl. Oh, thank you, baby. Let me see this stream could see her. Yeah, just put it down a little bit. This is Rosie, my baby. Hey, baby. You just a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, you just a good girl. All right, baby. Yeah, just be careful. We spilled a bunch of coffee. Coffee's not good for them. So.
Spilled it today?
Yesterday. Yeah, that's Rosie. She's a good dog, man. One of the best dogs we ever had. Just a cool dog. Super sweet. Good natured. Bias means no liability. Well, no, bias just means you're not being objective. You're not looking at it honestly. That you're pushing it from a place of confirmation bias. And so I'm definitely biased, which means that like I'm gonna be more likely to like my sponsors because they pay me money. You know. Yeah, definitely top 3 dogs in the world. Getting Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm already in Bed Bath & Beyond, to be honest, with the little bitty trade now. But I don't think I'm going to add more to it. Biased is actually the opposite of that, Chris. Bias means that you're I'll look at bias means that you're not looking at it from both sides. Bias means like I'm gonna just look up the definition. Unfairly prejudiced for or against something or someone, right? So it just means that I'm a lot more it means I look at my sponsors a lot more favorably because they pay me money, right? If I was unbiased, it would mean objective, which means like you're looking at it from both sides and trying to look at it, you know, basically when somebody pays you money, you're going to be more favorable, look at them more favorably is what I'm trying to say. And so I try to be transparent about that. Yeah, bias just means you look at it from one side, you know. Unbiased means you're looking at it from both sides, you know. Yeah, all good. Biased to the downside? Yeah, all good. I'm probably a little biased to the upside, but right now we're kind of neutral over the last 20 or 30 minutes. We got 15 minutes till the market opens. Would you recommend it to your loyal followers if no money involved? Probably. Now, would I promote it as much? No, because, you know, anytime I promote anything, regardless of how good it is, you know, some people leave the stream, you know what I mean? And that's pretty standard. And so when I promote something, I need to make sure it's something that I actually agree with and something that I actually like, as well as also always preface everything with like, hey, I'm biased about it, you know? And I think as long as you do that, that's fine to promote. I think, you know, that's what YouTubers are going to do is make money on the back end with stuff too. And that's pretty, again, it's a reasonable expectation for us, I think. Okay, yeah, for sure. 100% Calvin. No, I think I kind of understood what you were saying. But yeah, bias. Me saying I'm biased means that like I'm protecting myself, you know, because again, I want people to understand that I'm biased in something's favor, you know. That way, it's the most fair thing to do is to tell people, hey, look, this company pays me money. I'm gonna look at them in a more favorable light because of it, you know. And I think that's the fairest way to do it. Anyways. Hey, thank you, John. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Good luck, bro. You know, not necessarily. You could be biased to the downside just based off of positions that you're holding randomly, you know, impulse buys or whatever it is. You don't need to have that. You don't necessarily have to have reason for it. You might just impulsively buy something and then have bias to the upside because of it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely top 3 favoring people in the world for sure. Definitely top 3. Yeah. I got my tooth pulled on Saturday. It was definitely my top 3 teeth in the world right now for sure. They showed me a picture of it afterwards. It was definitely top 3 teeth in the world for sure. Prior to getting pulled. All right, guys. Let me fix my camera. We showed you guys Rosie. There we go. All right, but hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, guys. Again, it's a slow day right now in pre. We got some stuff going on after the open, but right now it's a little bit dull. We're also going to throw it in sub-only mode here while we can. Market's still in that range. Will market crash in the coming weeks and break lows? I really don't know. Maybe. We might. I don't know. When I'm streaming, does it look like I'm like bouncing right now? Like my legs are jumping, but does it make my whole body like bounce? Is that what it looks like? Let me know. I never watch the streams afterwards, so I can't tell if that's what I look like when my legs are bouncing. Yeah, Friday, again, if we do crash, it's going to be over the next few days. The next 2 days have big economical data coming out. Like I said, we got PCE data Friday. We got GDP and jobless claims tomorrow. Today, we got Fed minutes and Nvidia earnings this evening. So we got a lot of stuff coming out over the next 3 days, 2 days. I always assume you were feeling the beat. That might be it as well, but I'm just jumping with my legs, man. I got restless leg syndrome. You know, ADHD is really what I have, but yeah, I mean, that might be what it is too, but it's probably just me jumping my legs a little bit. Yeah, top 3 in the world for sure. Fed is probably gonna be dovish on steroids. Bullard, Rain, maybe. Hey, thank you, Raul. How Triple B? How is restless legs lazy? Explain that. I would think if anything, restless legs would mean that your legs are not lazy. I think if you don't have restless leg syndrome, there's an argument for that being lazy. But again, I guess it's a subjective thing. All right, market's still kind of in this little trend here. Again, I'm waiting to see if we pop back out of it at the opening bell. We got about 8 minutes left into the open, so we'll see what happens there. But again, kind of a slow day right now. There's a non-physically active relationship to it. To restless legs? Bro, I go to the gym like 3 times a week, man. I'm going today probably. I went yesterday too. I also played softball with my son all day yesterday. So I'm a pretty active person. I would say I'm probably above average. Definitely top 3 most active people in the world right now. But with that in mind, I'm definitely above average with regard to how active I am. So I don't know how strong that correlation is, but maybe, man. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly, I closed down my trading pretty quickly, but yesterday we broke down big. I think I would have loved to short the market, but whoa. One of the things in my mouth is like coming loose. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you're this active of a person, when you're like top 3 most active people in the world right now, you're gonna get restless leg syndrome. I mean, it's just kind of how it goes. Yeah, I don't know when the bounce is gonna happen. I think the momentum's on the downside still. I think, or the momentum's on the upside now. I think the extension is on the downside, but I don't know. All right, market's testing the top of that trend. All right, rejected the top. We got a little confirmation in this trend here. Look at that confirmation. So we did get some confirmation here. We got 5 minutes, team. What's AMC doing? AMC pulling back to the VWAP here. SPY still right around 400 or around 399.70s here. So we still got some time. But correction today? I don't know, man. No, I'm trading today for sure. I've already traded today, but again, how long is it? I don't know. Again, we're going to have a busy day, man. We got the Fed minutes this evening, or this afternoon. We got Nvidia earnings this evening. Tomorrow, we've got jobless claims and GDP data coming out in the morning. So we got a lot of stuff happening. All right, guys, 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. AMC popping back up to 640. SPY still right under 400. AMC over VWAP still. We'll see if that holds. When do these stitches come out after my tooth extraction? Yeah, I'm on day 5 right now. If they're supposed to dissolve, they should be already, man. I could feel them in my mouth. Yeah, I had my one of my back teeth ripped out. Microsoft popping up right now. Microsoft just popped up to 254. It's a big spike over the last couple minutes from Microsoft here. Looks like it's catalyst driven. Let me see. Anybody know the Microsoft news? All right, so Microsoft is bent on crushing the opposition to the Activision deal, but this stuff is late. Again, Microsoft just popped. SPY didn't really follow it, but Microsoft just popped up. That's good. All right, guys, opening bells pretty soon. Why is Nvidia taking? I'm not sure. All right, market pulling back down. We'll see if this range holds here, guys. Market's about to open up pretty soon. All right, there's the opening bell. Google bounced all the way back up to over 92s here. Microsoft dipping down a little bit. Okay, we'll see if the trend holds. I'm going to give it some time, let it play out first. Market bouncing up a little bit. AMC moving up, SPY moving up, Microsoft moving up, Google moving up. I don't know how long they're going to move up, but let's see this trend here. We got the trend right here. So we can break out of that trend. Looks like a red to green move. What's Ford doing? I'm going to short this. One contract here. We're not going to take larger than that. We're going to try to just give it time. Gonna get ready to cut this now. Oh no, I just added to it. See if it rejects that trend, but didn't mean to add to it. I guess I'll hold it now, but right at the top of the trend range. I'm taking too big a size for my taste at the opening bell, I think. Yeah, we're gonna cut that. Too strong looking. Luckily, it wasn't too big, and we were already kind of green in it already prior to that, so I guess it worked out, but we're down like 20 bucks on the day, so we still got some time. Ford moving up. AMC dipping back down to 630s. Hey, what's up, Ollie? Tesla. Yeah, but the recalls on Tesla are software updates. So it's not like they're gonna bring them in. Like if it was outside of software updates, it would be a lot worse news for Tesla recalls. But it's not. It's just software updates mostly. So I mean, it's not good, but it's not like catastrophic either. You know. All right, 4 green candles since the opening bell here. Google ripped up as well. Microsoft pumping up too. So tech seems to be doing okay with all this stuff. Tesla dipping down to the VWAP here. We'll see if it holds, but Microsoft over 254s. Microsoft and Google bump it up a little bit here, guys. So let's see if it gets there. Right at $400 now. It looks like we want to break that, but again, we'll see what Microsoft does. I think that's a big part of this. Tesla's starting to reverse, break it down a little bit now. What's breaking down? It's not Google. It's not Microsoft. Tesla's testing, but it's not really firm breakdown. Is Apple falling? Yeah, Apple is breaking lows. Okay, that's what it was. All right, choppy market at the open. We got a range. We're just going to wait for the range to break. All right, market's consolidating. Apple bouncing it back up, but Apple's testing the lows here is the problem. Like the real risk here is that Apple's testing lows. Let's see if we start to get some breakdowns here. We're right at the low of the day for Apple, right around the previous closing price. Let's see we get a flush down here. Looking weak. We're right at the bottom of the trend, though. Tesla bouncing. Apple's pushing down, which is what leads the S&P 500, is Apple. What's dragging the market up here? Neutral open, though. We got a really choppy range here. AMC started to test lows. Got a little bounce and then a little retracement here. We'll see if we flush down. But it's choppy open. Apple just broke down under the previous closing price. So Apple break it down here. Apple just went red on the day. AMC under the 200 EMA as well. Watching everything very choppy and neutral. We just haven't traded much today. There's just no really edge that I'm finding right now in markets. It's too sideways. A lot of stuff trying to bounce back and kind of bouncing back, but, you know, it's too choppy of a trend. Yeah, we still don't have much. Again, we're going back and forth, up and down. I'm watching Microsoft back up to the VWAP. I'm watching Google go back and forth, up and down. Watching Microsoft is kind of in a symmetrical triangle. Apple looked really weak on the day, but the market's moving up. I'm trying to see what's moving it back up. Tesla starting to reach highs. Where's the SPY at right now? Walmart's still down. But the market is so choppy right now, guys. We took one trade and then we basically stopped. Again, here is the SPY currently. So the SPY is just kind of up and down and up and down, you know. I hope we go up, but again, I gotta wait for a trend to show up. There's just not really much to do. I think, you know, don't keep pushing all this, because most of the time this is just traps. Yeah, we talk about crypto, we talk about stocks, you know, all that stuff. Such a neutral market right now. I think we still have this trend though, which is good so far. At least we could probably like widen this trend out and keep analyzing the trend a little bit more, or we can shorten it like this. Might actually be better. The 8%. So yeah, that would be the current trend. All right, Google, Microsoft testing the 200 EMA. See a tiny. Yeah, today's a choppy day, guys. Y'all just be careful. We're just not really getting much edge. SPY just broke the top of the range. The opening bell high, but again, I don't know if it'll hold. We hope it will, but we'll see. But yeah, have a good day, Tiny. Hope you're doing good today. Watching Tesla too. Tesla tested the top of the range. SPY just broke over 400, so that's nice. SPY up to 400.2s. Rip it up. Maybe we'll have a little justifiable dip buy that we can get in here. Right there, we'll take one contract, two. But doesn't look like that's turning out well either. Again, choppy day. We made like $500 yesterday, but today just might be the day to not poke. You know, we can wait for the trend to break. Market's pulling back to the VWAP here, so we're almost green and get on the trade, but Apple's what's dragging the market down. All right, so there we go. We're about green on the trade. Breaking highs again. So it looked weak, broke highs again, pulled back a little bit. I have my little two contracts here hanging out. Back red again on this trade, so we'll let it try to retrace here, but again, I don't really like the momentum. So we're taking it slow and small. Market's trying to bounce at 400. I think that could be a little support level down here. I could add to this too. I don't think I'm going to though. SPY bouncing at 200 or at 400 again. Starting to creep up. Again, slightly green on this two contract position, but taking it really light today. Google doing all right, but a lot of AMC actually fighting back up to 630s. Let me see what the chat's doing over here. I hope HKG does its thing, man. This is such a small percentage. Gap it up a little bit, but All right, so there's a nice little rip. Took half off there. See, the SPY keeps on ripping. Bounced right at $400 here. The market's still flying up, which is nice. And then take that off. See if the market gets a nice little rebound in play today. At the highs again, testing them. We held that rate. One of the nice little pullback levels that I'm starting to like more is when you develop a trend like this and then you pull back to it. This is also the $400 level as well. So, you know, the trends are showing up okay. Big reversal here now. Let's see if we get this dip buy here. I'll take 3 contracts and see if we get a little bounce back up. There's a little pop. There we go. Took a little bit off there, slowly building up some cushion. A little bit of rebound at 400 for the SPY. Edging back up to the top of the range. Right at $400 level here. See if we continue to hold at 400. Reasonable pullback level. Microsoft is flat though, so is Google here. So it's like, we'll see if they hold, but they're struggling. I like that confirmation off the trend line though. There we go. Yeah, you got 2 contracts here. We're going to start to scale up our size. One off. Take the other one off there too. Caught the bounce right at the $400 level in the SPY. Again, trend line held. Market started to pump up a little bit more here. There goes Google ripping up over 92s. AMC holding at the VWAP here. Again, we'll see. Again, I don't want to sensationalize it and act like we're going to do something more than we will, you know. Testing the highs of the day here on the SPY. So we get that break. Looks good. Buy the dip here a little bit. I'm going to buy this pullback. It's around high of the days, but the plan is to add to a little bit more into it. We'll add down here, maybe get 6 contracts here. See if we get some volatile momentum shooting up. Let me make sure we don't have any economic data coming out. We got a little cushion that we can swing into today. Yeah, actually, I'm going to have to cut this. The reason I'm cutting this, so we lost like 30 bucks, but the reason I'm cutting this is because Google just flushed down all the way under 92 and testing the low, just broke the low of market hours here. Looking at Tesla, Tesla's pulling back some, but we're watching Apple as well though. But again, this might trigger a larger squeeze, which is exactly where we're getting down. A larger squeeze down is what I meant to say. So glad I cut that. Looks like it was right in time. But yeah, very choppy day. Market's green and since market hours, but what's really going to move stuff is the Fed minutes report. All right, getting a nice little rebound back over 400 for the SPY here. AMC still consolidating over the volume weighted average price. All right, so we got that $200 level. See if the market continues to rip up here. Microsoft testing highs here. Google rebounded all the way back up. All right, SPY right at that $400 level again. We'll see if there's another bounce level. So part of me wants to buy the dip. Market's so choppy right now, though, man. Microsoft's choppy, Google's choppy, Apple's choppy. Apple's breaking down, so Apple's actually red on the day, but it's causing just choppy action. AMC still doing good. It's at like 640s. So what's up there? SPY still trying to bounce at 400, but right around VWAP, right around $400 level, kind of neutral level, I would say, on the SPY. See if Apple ends up bouncing. But yeah, just kind of sitting back, waiting for positions to take, guys. Market's so choppy today. We've kind of slowed down our trading a lot based off of the chop. See the SPY bounce at 400. Now, let's see if something else is reversing here. What's Tesla doing? Tesla's still down. All right, market started to fight back. Again, right at 400. Let's see if it breaks it now. So market just broke 400 again. A lot of up wicks and down wicks around the volume weighted average price. So really just a choppy day in the market. All right, so we are up about $200 on the day trading futures, kind of going back and forth. Um, but you can kind of see here we are up about 205 on the day is what we are now up, which is good. I'll take it. Here's the P&L. On a choppy day like today, I'm happy with that. We're up about 200. Yesterday, we made about 500. So on a choppy day like today, we'll take it. But again, the trend is pretty neutral. Tesla is really what's breaking down right now. Microsoft started to turn as well, but very slow. I'm just glad to not be losing my butt today, man. Yeah, so again, if you haven't already, check out Top Step. Top Step is a funded program for futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit the target on the demo while following their rules, they fund you between 50 to 150K. The beautiful part about this is that it tests your skill, right? So you don't have to risk a ton of money testing your skill. You can try out the futures market. You can day trade essentially the stock market with the S&P 500 in futures without restriction in the futures market. And Top Step is a beautiful way to test yourself without taking on a lot of risk, right? They give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo, they test your profitability. If you can hit their target without hitting their max loss while following their rules, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. They pay out millions, fund thousands per year, pay out millions of dollars in actual withdrawals every year. Check them out. Great way to help support the channel team. Again, it's a lot cheaper to lose money on Top Step than it is to lose money with a real account. And so if you're new and you want to test your skill, see if you're ready to scale up, that's the best way to do it. You can get 20% off if you use my link. They are a sponsor. I'm definitely biased. Man, I have been listening to people pump Hoth for years, man. Hoth is a terrible company. Look at the weekly chart on Hoth. Look at the yearly chart on Hoth. All right, just not a good company. I get it. You might be holding it. You want it to go up. No offense. I'm just being honest. Terrible company. Just my own subjective opinion about Hoth. Again, not hating on you, but just not a good company, man. Yeah, it's so slow. We will be back for the Fed minutes report, guys. So the Fed minutes report is going to be released today at 2 p.m. We will be streaming it live. We'll break it down, exactly what happens, exactly what shows up, the market reaction, all that good stuff live right here on YouTube for free. We don't charge a penny for anything. Everything's free. We have sponsors, of course, but we will be streaming the Fed minutes report live right here on YouTube. So we will be back later on today. We're still streaming right now. We might trade a little bit more, but again, I've slowed it down heavily, just based off of chop. Like, market's just not moving. Up, down, up, down, up, down day. Apple breaking down. Apple's kind of dragging the market. But Microsoft's flat. Google's down some, and we added a little bit to our Google, swing trade / investment. We'll see what happens there. But again, we're just kind of sitting tight right now. We'll see how the Fed minutes impacts everything, really, because the Fed minutes report is really what's going to make things move today. All right, finally getting some breakdowns here. Maybe we'll pivot to more of a short-based strategy in futures today. We made most of our money going long today, but we might short the market now. It depends on what shows up, though. The Fed minutes report is a PDF file that goes live right at 2 p.m. on the dot today. It gives you some foresight into what the Fed might do for the next Fed meeting. And so it gives you some foresight into why the Fed chose to make the decision that they did during the last Fed meeting, as well as why they might, as well as what they might do for the next one. The next one's going to be mid-March, but the Fed minutes report is relevant data for sure. It will move markets to a certain extent. How much we don't know, but it will move the market some for sure. So we will be back later on for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, we'll stream it for sure, 100%. We'll stream it early, close late, all that good stuff. So again, y'all subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. We do this live every day. We don't claim to be an expert. We don't act like gurus. We just gonna put everything out there for free. And again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Give the market a little bit longer. Yeah, here's my P&L. I mean, if you guys want to look at my P&L, this is today. So we are up about $205 less with commissions. So probably green. We're a little green, but not super green. And again, kind of a slow day. Is Ford dumping? Yeah, a lot of stuff's falling. You get a lot of these trades I'm planning to hold long term. Like if you want to see my Ford trade, we are down $47 on our Ford trade. So it's like a lot of these we're just gonna sit. Again, the beautiful part about these trades, guys, is that like regardless of short-term fluctuations, just to put it in perspective, here is our Ford trade right now. We are down $47, $11 today. So again, we're gonna hold these long term, or as long as we need to, really. Same thing with Google. Like Google, we're down a little bit today. Microsoft is more break even, but again, we got time. I don't need to rush out of them. So I mean. 'All right, market bouncing up at the bottom of the range here. Okay, got you. Thank you, dude. Let me check it out, bro. I haven't seen it, man. I'll check it right now, bro. Okay, I got it. Found it. Yeah, John calls $400 on the SPY with 410 on Thursday. Let's watch it. Here, I'm gonna mute the background noise just because I want to see what this sounds like. Hold on, and so I'll be right back, team. $100%. I knew I called that. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Morning Dew. This is exactly the specific one I was looking for. And I got you, bro. I'll send you that that I told you I would. Just to show you guys what again, just to show you guys that I really did call this move and I'm not just kind of BSing you guys. Like, watch. Okay. So this was from Thursday of last week. This was a full week ago that I called this move. Okay. A full week ago. Here, watch. Let me unmute it. I'm going to turn the music off. And then after this, I'm going to close it down. I'll be back for the Fed minutes. But I want you guys to see this just so y'all can see I'm not BSing when I say I called this. All right, the bears are going to act like I'm just a perma bull who only wants the market to go up. Somebody asked me where they should buy it. Just listen to this stream. For a long on the SPY. Oof. I'm not going to, like I said, I told people this is what I would expect to happen. If we're going to continue on this trend, at least. I think what I would expect to happen is a dip down to 400. I think, again, if you look at the market, guys, over the last 4 months, if we really look at the market, I would expect something like this to happen, right? So far we have pumped up. This was at 410. This was at 410 on the SPY for a while now. Consolidating into this. Here, we're about right here now. I guess what I would expect is a pullback to 400 right here. And then maybe we get a bounce at 400. We could also break down a little bit, but I think this is where we'll start to kind of go like this. This is exactly what happened. Maybe we'll make another leg up and continue like that. Maybe not. We could just dump down here and just kind of, you know, drop like that. That's certainly possible too. But again, all right. So yeah, hey, there it is. Thank you so much, Mountain Dew. I appreciate it, bro. I told you guys exactly what would happen. This was a week ago on Thursday. This was when the SPY was at 410. Right now, where's the SPY at now? The SPY's at 400. You know, I said it a week ago. Somebody asked me, hey, should I buy it at 410? I said, I'm not buying. Again, I thought we'd pull back. I told you guys. Not going to say I told you so, but I definitely told all you so. Hey, I love you all. Listen, if you got any complaints about me, send it to 281-330-8004. I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Have a good day. I'll see you guys later for Fed Minutes.